Yo, what's good, my fellow Magic Knights? It is your boy Deadman Vince back with yet another Black Clover Mobile live stream. And would it honestly be a fucking Deadman live stream if my fucking camera didn't kill itself before I started? Did this camera? Yeah, it's this one. Right? You gonna unplug? Come on. Well, damn, get the fuck out. What the hell? That shit is stuck in there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that cord was stuck in the port there for a little bit. But now it's good. Let me get my beautiful visage unfrozen on screen here. Let's see. Fix my camera. And we're back in there. Facts. Yeah. But as I was saying, you were back with your boy Deadman Vince, and I actually need to get in the game and turn up the volume for y'all so y'all have some sort of music to listen to. Oh, my microphone's too high, I believe. Yo, that's better. Things you should check before you go live. Check this. Yeah, honestly, we're just gonna do like kind of like daily grind kind of stuff, and then I guess I'll just like hop off a stream, cause I do like to I've been kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I still play the game every single day. It's just that sometimes I'm lacking and I don't do all of the like very like dot my I's across my T's type of things, right? All the very, very little things that I could do every day. So we're going to make it a mission to handle that today. It's just telling me I have some friend points in my gift box, so let me go look at those. And I got that stamina chest. That's not enough for a friend summon, is it? Yeah, not yet. But we get the free summon. We take. A few free summons ago, or a few free singles ago, I'm pretty sure I had gotten, I got a duplicate for Raddies, which is like, out of the original 10 mages in the game, that's literally like the only character I need duplicates for at this point. So that was pretty fire. Oh, say my mouse be getting lost on me. Don't switch. Yeah, dude, I was not prepared for this. Or not prepared, but I just wasn't set up automatically like I usually am. But it's fine though. We are still here. Fuck yeah. Alright, cool. Let me actually turn on this music first. And then also, I do want to kind of talk about some of the changes that they have been doing to Black Clover from the Japanese version to the global version, or the Canadian version right now. But some of the changes that they made recently, like put it on Twitter, they don't seem too great to me. But I will talk about the pros and cons of such changes. Let's grab this. Then let's grab this. I'm liking right now. I need to re-up these, but low-key, I'm chilling right now. Because I'm not summoning right now. Like, I literally already have... Y'all know I have all the characters, but I was missing Langris. I got Langris, and Langris is a 5-star, but, like, he's a general... I can never be too pressed on general release mages. Because you know they're just going to come back, like, the next fucking banner. They don't come back, but they'll be on the next banner, so it doesn't really matter that much. Oh, the sound. There we go. Oh, disconnected to my headphones. Let's get it connected back to the computer. Where am I? Bluetooth? AirPods. Cool. Okay, facts. But, yeah, man. Some of these changes, so like they changed a lot of like the crystal distribution, I guess you could say, right? They changed it on Hollow Memories to where this man Geek, hold on, I'm gonna just pull it up, bro. This man Geeku did the math for all the, yeah, bro, 7 less multis a month is like insane actually. Considering you need like 20 multis, you need 20 multis to finish a rotation. They just took out 7 of the free ones that you get, which like, I feel like that is a little ridiculous because it's not like the amount of free-to-play Black Crystals you've been giving people every month is like enough to get an entire rotation. I mean, is it though? With a new story chapter that comes out, because these are all things that are just like naturally like constant in the game. These are things that are like, so you got Hall of Memories, we got Memory Hall here, we have the daily, monthly, weekly like rewards from the missions. Then we also have, my camera's not frozen. Then we also have PvP. PvP is like the next picture, and you also have Hall of Illusion. They increased PvP, I'm pretty sure. No, they decreased PvP by a very, very, very small amount, so you can still get the same amount of multis off of that. They increased PvP's like ranking though, like the rewards you get from that. They increased that by like 2,000, which gives you 1 extra multi. Honestly, that's 5 multis right here. Yeah, so just 1 extra multi, because if you wanted 7 multis, you'd get 8,400, of course. But here's kind of my input on it. I'm always for giving people more Black Crystals. I'm always for giving the community more, because you made the game for the community. The community keeps you afloat. That is kind of like the purpose. That is your purpose at that point. Once you make a game, yes, you have to develop the game, but really you're trying to cater to your community, because it's just like, we play the game. We're the reason why you're still in business right now. So it feels kind of underhanded to take away, let's see, you losing 1,200 crystals right here, roughly. You're losing like nearly 2,000 right here. You're losing like fucking, yeah, you don't get anything from Hall of Memories anymore. That's insane to me. That's actually fucking ridiculous in my opinion. This is honestly unacceptable. This Memory Hall change, unacceptable. They still function off of tickets, so the Memory Hall still takes a long time to like come back and for you to do it, but it's just like, even though you see this number right here, 5,376 Black Crystals a month, that's a month. That is over the course of 30 days if you use every single ticket that you could get. I'm pretty sure is how he's doing this math, right? So your tickets recover every 3 hours, 2 hours? It's no, because PvP tickets are 2 hours. So these tickets are 3 hours, I'm pretty sure. Right? But it's just like, whether it's 2 hours or 3 hours or not, literally, gaming is acting like we just hop in the game and we just spam Hall of Memories to get Black Crystals for summons. It's not even like that. You know, you have to wait for your crystals to stack up, and if story comes out, you literally have to save those tickets and use them towards story missions, which they changed these just to Memory Hall tickets, so I don't know if they completely eliminated story tickets or if they just made an extra ticket. I think they just like made it so story is stamina, which 100% much better. That is a huge improvement. I don't like games that do the, oh, your story mode has this sort of like stamina, so once this sort of stamina runs out, unless you're willing to spend premium currency, you are fucked for continuing the story. I hate that. It's so stupid. It's like locking progression in the story mode behind a paywall. That's actually dumb. But they have amended that, but at what cost? I don't know. I feel like the game was super free-to-play friendly, and they dropped a lot of characters, and I feel like now they're trying to dial back the amount of characters, because if you look at the seasonal characters that we get now, they literally are dropping 2 seasonal characters at a time instead of 3 seasonal characters at a time. But they're drastically reducing the amount of Black Crystals, because I'm gonna be real, I can understand why they're dropping the amount of Black Crystals, because free-to-play players are still going to grind the Black Crystals that are available to them in the game. Of course, that's what free-to-players do. Everybody has their role in this ecosystem, right? Then your whales that spend like a decent amount of money, they're still got to spend a decent amount of money. They, honestly, I feel like mid-tier players, not mid-tier players, but like, how do I say? Light spenders. I feel like light spenders is kind of like the point in this game, the middling point, where like this doesn't really affect them too much, because light spenders will farm up all the Black Crystals that they can free to play. Then they will also spend money. The prices of packages change like constantly, but low-key the prices of packages get better every time they come back, in my opinion. It feels like you're getting more each time, and sometimes it's just like you're getting the same amount, but even still I think the prices on the bundles are fine. I think they're cool, right? But it's just the fact of like free-to-play players and then sweats. So for free-to-play players, their only source of Black Crystals in the game is grinding it out through things. This reduction in Black Crystals, like there were a lot of reductions that I listed out in that list of all the different things that had changed, and like you saw, like we got 2,000 extra crystals in PvP for like being number 1. That's insane though, because that's not like let's be real. Free-to-play players can have very good accounts, that's true. But We know that whales are going to spend, whales are going to max out their characters, whales are going to get this, that, and the third. Money gives you an advantage in gacha games. That's just how it works. So more than likely, the #1 player in the world is going to be a sweat and not a free-to-play player. So that 2,000 extra black crystals that you get from being #1 in PvP literally doesn't mean shit. And if you're a free-to-play player who gets in top 100, top 500, you're literally missing out on 60 extra black crystals, which every little bit counts. 60 black crystals is half of a multi. So the crystal reductions, very, very poor choice on your hands, Vic Gaming. I do not think that was a good idea. I feel like it's like they made the game super free to play, and then they try to give you a lot of characters to kind of like supplement how free to play the game was. Like, that's how gacha games work. They're really just here for you to spend money. Yes, you can experience them for free, but they're just here for you to spend money. So if you see 30 different fucking banners in the course of like, it's only been like 4 months. It's going to be 5 months, and it's the 19th. So in like 6 days, we'll be officially at the like 5-month mark. And then like after that, the next time that cycle resets, we'll be at the half-year anniversary. And I'll be talking about that in a second as well. But when you, and especially like a game like Black Clover, where it's like, it's not like Dokkan, where 1,000,001 fucking characters are coming out, right? Because Dragon Ball has so many characters. They've had all these years to build up a crazy ass cast of characters. Black Clover does not have anywhere as near as many characters as Dragon Ball Z. So literally, it's just like these characters just feel more impactful when they drop, right? In Dokkan, you see a new fucking Goku drop, and you're just like, oh wow, Goku number fucking 1,000,000, right? Ooh, let's not forget that month they dropped 3 Gokus in a row, and the last one was like a base Goku. Like, what was even the point? If you're like, this isn't a Dokkan stream. Let's calm that down. But basically, the whole point that I'm making is with a show that has a cast of characters like much smaller than like Dragon Ball Z or One Piece, right? Each character just feels more impactful. It's like trying to collect every character in Dokkan when there's like 1,000 something characters, 2,000 something characters. You kind of just stop giving a fuck, right? It's like you get to a point where you're just like, yo, I'm not, unless you started playing the game from day one and you still have your main account and you've summoned every single unit since then, because even this man Truth is missing some like old, like obscure, like never gonna be in the game again like type of characters, right? So unless you were playing for day one, I really don't see you caring about having every single fucking character in the game. Maybe like every LR, that's different, right? But we're talking about categories of characters now. You want to have a full category, a full group of characters. Oh, I have all the LRs. Oh, I have all the Dokkan Fest. Oh, I have all the, right? It's different for Black Clover because Black Clover is still a new game. It's still developing. It's still trying to like paint its way, right? So pave its way. But we have so look at Dokkan, yellow coin, red coin, carnival coin, and I'm not meaning to call it coin, but yellow coin LR, Dokkan Fest LRs, Dokkan Fest, because that is still 2 different categories. Banner units, world tournament fucking units, free to plays, and then what's the last one I'm forgetting? Did I say carnival? Carnival LRs, yes, right? So you have like all these different like types of characters, types of gachas, tiers of characters, right? In Black Clover, right now, we have seasonals, yes, but the only thing that really distinguishes a seasonal from a regular mage is the fact that the seasonals are only out for a month. Regular mages are out on every single banner every time, right? Then you have limited mages. That's 3 categories. Festival mages, Julius, right? So there's 3 different categories of characters that we're talking about versus a game that has like 6 different categories of characters. But Dragon Ball Z has a character cast expansive enough to have all these different types of characters, have all these tiers of characters, even though they're just rerunning. Like, let's be real, Dokkan really is just rerunning old characters that are like still hype for some fucking reason, right? But Black Clover is different, and honestly, it's not too different in the aspect that like they spam characters that are hype. I know that doesn't sound true because we only have 2 SSR Unos in the game, and we only have 2 SSR Astas in the game. Yeah, Astas in the game, and but Noel, or how am I trying to say this? Asta had to be in the first month, right? Asta had to be Asta. Mimosa is kind of like a to me, but Asta, Yami, 2 extremely fucking popular characters. Asta's the main character. Asta's a Chad. Asta's a god. Asta this, that, and the third. Yami, you don't even gotta talk about Yami, dude. Everybody loves Yami. I've not met a Yami hater yet. Right? So you had to have those 2 as SSRs at the start. But it's just weird to me that some of the most popular characters in the series do not have SSRs that are non-seasonal yet. Like when they dropped this non-seasonal SSR Yuno, I was so hyped. I was like, dude, we're finally getting a Yuno that's not. It's different, right? Because when you get a seasonal mage, it's not about, oh, I can summon them later on, which technically you can. Like I said, we'll talk about that in a second, but with regular characters, there's like a bigger like glimpse of hope in your eye, right? Because when you summon for the character and you don't finish the character up, you're just like, it's fine, they're gonna be on the next fucking banner. And yes, they are not guaranteed to be the summon in your, like, they're not guaranteed to be the mage you get in your next set of summons. That is true. But at the very least, you still have a chance to get them every single time the next banner comes out. Your limited character, you only have one right now. So everybody, literally, just think about that and let that soak in. We so far only have one limited character. It's just Julius right now. Thank goodness. Because if the rest of these mages were limited and seasonals excluded, if the rest of these mages were limited, I feel like people would be very, very, very upset. Right? Like, for instance, Fauna, right? I'm glad that I summoned for Fauna and I got her 5-star when she first dropped, but at the end of the day, I still didn't max out her skill page. But low-key, I wasn't worried about it because I had already had a 2-star and I was like, okay, I just need the skill page 3 more times, right? It's just like, depending on the kind of banner you're summoning on, your mentality just changes. You just think differently. And I feel like cutting back all these black crystals is really going to hurt these free-to-play players, because when you're dropping banners, you drop a banner every month that has multiple mages on it. First off, that's already in its own like insane to me. Not even insane, really. It's not that bad, but it's just like, you already have banners, and it's not even like you're dropping an SSR and then you're dropping an SR, right? Or you're dropping a headliner and then you're dropping a fucking banner unit. No, you're dropping multiple SSRs that are supposed to be in the same tier. When you look at these banners and you see the information in the patch notes, it says get ready to summon for XXX, right? That didn't sound right, but get ready to summon for right? Because all of those characters are thought to be in the same tier. It doesn't say anything like think about season 5. Season 5 didn't say get your hands on this Noelle and then get this Charmy to bolster your Noelle even further. The characters, sometimes they don't all have that synergy. They don't all have to work together. They could work together well, but they don't have to, right? That's because the units are not designed to be used in conjunction. They're all just supposed to be good in their own right. So you bring banners every month, and I'm glad actually that they dropped from 3 characters per banner to 2 characters per banner. And now let me go back to my original point that I was talking about. For free-to-plays, they're the only ones really biting the bullet. If you're a light spender, you're already going to grind your black crystals, and then you're also spending a little bit of money here and there just to top off your reserves of black crystals, right? And it just makes sense, because sometimes it just doesn't. Well, I can't say sometimes it doesn't feel like they give us enough black crystals. They definitely do. I just summoned so much that I always want more. That's just me. That's just my mentality. I'm just like, yo, I'm going in on this all the time. It doesn't matter. I want more. I always want more, right? But from a free-to-play perspective, I've seen a bunch of free-to-play players get blessed in this fucking game. There's somebody in my Discord, bro, that has a free-to-play account, and he's fucking snapped. His account looks better than a lot of these whales on YouTube. Not mine, of course. Let's breathe here. But still, he has a very strong account. He's free-to-play completely. He almost has every damn character in the game, right? Now, sweats. This doesn't really affect like a sweat, because a sweat is beyond the point of light spender. We know this, right? So if I hop into a banner, like I saw all those changes and I was like, damn, like my mentality was not a fuck, I'm fucked. No, my mentality was more so a damn, y'all gonna do the free-to-play players like that? Like, I'm chilling regardless. Y'all know Deadman, bro. I don't look at leaks because every character is gonna be mine, right? I'll figure out the character when I figure them out. I like to summon a character, get my hands on them, and then I'll let them sit for a little bit, and then when I'm ready to use them, I will use them as I please, right? But yeah, I just think the cutbacks on the black crystals was a huge mistake. Also, Crushing Dreams, if you are watching this stream right now, please do join my Discord, my man, because we have a little channel for the guild. And if you ever want to, I mean, it's not like I talked in there a few days ago. I need to talk in there more. It's fun though, because Black Clover, it feels like the guild system really makes you have to act like a Magic Knight captain. So I do appreciate that. It's like, yes, They could be a little more. I feel like sometimes they're not giving you as much direction. And honestly, let me be fair. I could feel like there's not as much direction with the guild activities just because I play the game in Japanese and I still have not taken the time to learn Japanese myself. So sometimes when I'm looking at the shit, I just can't read it, and then I'm just like, well, damn, right? So that is one thing of it. If it was in English, I'd probably have a completely different outlook. If I started playing the game in English, I'd have a completely different outlook, right? But at the end of the day, that sounded like I was about to go into some tangent about Guild Wars. Also, Guild Boss got added. I love that. That's great. I love that they're expanding like the guild system more and more, because in Grand Cross, it didn't. Guild just didn't hit to me, bro. It just felt like whatever, man. It's like you get your own individual rewards, yeah, but it's like I like the sense of community in this guild, right? Because it's like in Guild Wars when you're going against another guild, it's like one person versus one, or not even one person versus one person. You could be up against anybody in the other guild that you're plotted up against, right? But it's like the more you boost through the ranks, like everybody in the guild can see that, and it's just like, think about being a captain and seeing somebody who's like higher than you, which that didn't happen to me. But it's like when I first had my original guild in original Guild Wars. But it sucks when you have members who are not active, because then they're at the bottom of the list, and it's like, so the way that Guild Wars works is you have like the breakdown of all 12 members of each guild. So if your guild is level 1, 14, whatever, right? They only match up against a guild that is like equivalent to your guild, basically, in your like ranking range, right? So imagine you have 12 players here and 12 players here, and everybody in the enemy guild, they're all playing. None of them are putting up like super duper impressive numbers alone, and then you come over to your guild and like you're putting up super duper impressive numbers. Your vice captain's putting up super duper impressive numbers. Your third seat, your fourth seat, like it's Bleach, fuck it, whatever, right? The top 4 are putting up crazy numbers. But then you go down, you get to like 5 through 8, they're putting up the same kind of like numbers as the enemy guild. Then you get down to like fucking 9 through 12, and you just see that nobody's doing anything. It's just like, man, that fucking sucks, right? Because it's just like so many people join a guild, and then they're active for like day 1, day 2, whatever. They check in just for the login rewards, and Guild Wars really be exposing motherfuckers, bro. Because it'd be like, yo, you're not even surpassing your limits right now. You just kind of like look at people, and you're just like, yo, your points are 0, your points are 0, your points are 0. Why is that? Or you're like, yo, you grinded up some points, yeah, but like, why have your points been the same for like 4 days now, bro? It's like you tried day 1, and it's like, it's crazy to me because all you have to do is literally play the game. And this isn't about any of my guild members currently. We aren't allowed to participate in Guild Wars because we need 4 more members, at least 6 members preferred. If you're watching this and you don't have the guild in the JP version of Black Clover Mobile, definitely go join the Void Dynasty. But it's enough about Guild Wars. Let's get back to my original point. I feel like it is a big cut that they did to or a big slight they did to the free-to-play players, but at the same time, I feel like they're trying to balance it out, though. Like, it's not all bad in my message. I don't think Vic Gaming is all bad for what they did. I personally just say what Vic Gaming did is a big-ass, fat old, fumbly flop, just because I always believe in giving the community more. Because, like I said, we support you. We keep your lights on at the goddamn, what would you call it? The company, at the building, at the headquarters. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Vic Gaming headquarters. We keep your lights on, bro. Y'all gotta give us more black crystals. Y'all gotta understand that. But also, I feel like the problem is they were so free to play that people didn't have to spend as much money in the game. And like the only people who were really spending in the game, I feel like light spenders is maybe far in between in this game, because I feel like you're either just banking off of free to play black crystals or you're just going balls to the wall. So it's a big cutback to take away all those black crystals, but I think people will survive, bro. We'll survive, but definitely Vic Gaming needs to start. And you gotta also think about it like this. We're still very early game. I saw people talking about how in-game for Black Clover Mobile was shitty. Bro, it's been out for 5 months. It's been half a year. I understand it has been half a year. By this point, you should have this, that, and a third. Cool. But we have a pretty, like, decent amount. There's some things that I get, like, irritated with. Like, I wish they continue doing the special episodes. I like that. I like the little extra rewards you get from the ranking at the end of the month. You know, I wish they would continue. And plus, my mission and my achievements. Let's look, guys. My mission and achievements right here says do more special episodes. And there was literally one day I didn't do a special episode. Where is it? There was one day I didn't do a special episode on either Noel or the burglar in the Castletown Kika, or the capital city, right? And now I'm stuck at 53 out of 54 special episodes done. And this is just like the first tier of mission for this mission. But it's just like, bro, why? Like, that just is a constant reminder to me. And obviously nobody's forgetting. Like, everybody remembers that. Like, the problem is they tried to do a lot when the game first came out. And now they're realizing they were trying to do too much, and it was a bit overwhelming, and they're trying to dial it back while also still giving you enough. It's like if you went somewhere to eat, right? And it was like they choose how much you eat. And you come in the first time and they give you this big ass plate. You eat not all the food on the plate because it's too much, you're full. You get a to-go plate, you take it home, the food goes bad, blah, 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 etc. Right? Then the next time you come back to that place, for some reason they were monitoring you and they knew that you didn't eat the rest of that fucking food. So the next time you come back to that place, they start giving you the same amount of food, but they portion it out and wait for you to get through the food, right? And this is a very bad analogy, but it's just like they saw how much they gave you, they saw that it was too much for you, and now they're trying to take back, but they're also trying to give it to you. And it's just not working, right? And at first I feel like it was a very big problem with like a disconnect from the community in Vic Gaming, because Vic Gaming doesn't communicate, but they listen. That's how Vic Gaming works, right? Then everybody was complaining about this, that, and the third under the fucking sun about the game, but it feels like one, Vic Gaming still sucks at communication, yeah, but two, the community has calmed down very much. They've thought about I feel like everybody just kind of like fully processed in their head, like, yo, this is essentially a brand new fucking game. It's only been like, when you look at something like One Piece that's been out for like 8 years, and Dokkan has been out for like 8 years, nearly 9, and you look at like something like Brave Frontier that used to be out but now is fucking shut down, but it was out for like 9 years before it was done. You have to realize this game is in its like baby stages, right? And it's like, even though there are other things, other predecessors that you can like pull from inspiration from, at the end of the day, if you're pulling from your predecessors and it's super duper fucking similar, people are just going to think, yo, why the fuck am I playing this? I might as well just go play the other fucking game. So you don't want your community to feel that way. So you kind of take your time with it. You kind of try to think up new ways to do some shit. And sometimes you're just thinking of new ways to do the same shit. Like reskinning, what the fuck, you're not reskinning characters, but like, say you have a game mode. Okay, I made a video talking about how in this game, they could have something similar to Demonic Beast Battle, but instead of being Demonic Beast Battle, it can be like Raid and the Spade, right? And instead of fighting the bird, the deer, and the fucking, the bird, the deer, the dogs, and then they're supposed to eventually add a dragon. I'm sorry, that just shows how much I played Seven Deadly, and honestly, I'm disgusted by that fact. But it's just like, instead of having the bird, the deer, the dogs, and then possibly a fourth boss, because there's like a fourth beast, the dragon, maybe, right? In this game, we could have like Vanica, Xenon, and Dante. And I almost forgot their fucking name because they were so useless, bro. But Xenon was fire. Xenon was cool. Vanica was like, and Dante was a fucking pleb, but gravity powers are always fire. But we could have a game mode like that that's similar to Grand Cross. Obviously, that's not going to come right now. They're going to hold that. They're going to hold out on that, for one, when they get to that point in the story, and two, when they're ready to release like extra like character like growth type of like activities. But you have to think about the fact, yes, they are cutting back on the things that we get for free in a month right now. Right now. The game is still 5 months old, basically. It's still early on in its playthrough, or in its life cycle, right? You know for a fact they're gonna just keep adding game modes. They're just gonna be doing it collectively. I watched a lot of videos today. I work at a fucking I sell phones now. I sell cell phones. That sounds so stupid. I sell cell phones now, right? And literally, I'm watching a lot of videos because the person who's training me right now is telling me like, yo, watch videos on these phones, you know, figure out 3 good selling points that you can get to people. That's like quick, concise, you know, whatever. Also, by the way, guys, while we're still getting black crystals for doing this, spam these shits like there's no tomorrow. Don't ever let your tickets touch 6 tickets, bro. Because if they're going to be taking this away, we need to abuse this right here as long as we can. But, continue my point. I'm watching all these videos talking about how, you know, phones pretty much just evolve a very, very tiny bit. you know, up until the next year. But when you look at it over a couple years, you just see so many fucking changes, right? So obviously people know the game is changing. Sometimes it can feel like the game is not changing, or sometimes it can feel like the game is not changing for the better. But you just have to understand that when it's month to month like this, they can't do something like super duper fucking drastic. It's like a okay, let's do this, 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 right? We're losing out on like nearly like fucking, I don't even remember the math I said earlier, bro. Like what, 1,200, nearly 2,000. We're nearly missing out on like fucking, yeah, that's a lot. We're nearly missing out on 10,000, or not 10,000, like maybe like anywhere from like 7 to like 9,000 black crystals that we used to get for free every month right now. But like they made this change, right? And then they're gonna make this change. They're gonna make this change. They're gonna make this change. And whenever we have half anniversaries and anniversaries in gacha games, you know that they always like to add some like new feature, some new mechanic, whatever. The last time I looked at a video on Grand Cross, I saw they finally introduced the concept of like LR characters and shit, right? And like, yes, that took like a few years for that to happen, but at the end of the day, my point still stands. Whenever you're at an anniversary for a gacha game, they always like to add some new form of mechanic. Dokkan, while that game is dry as hell and there's never anything to do, bruh, and I'm not about to argue with anybody saying there's always content in Dokkan. No, that's not true. Literally get to a point where my account is where something comes out and you beat it in 5 fucking minutes, or you can't beat it because you didn't get the new fucking character from the summon, right? And Dokkan was never a game like that. Dokkan was never oh, I didn't get this brand new character. As much as people will want to say it was not. But now it's like they're making you such far and few in between teams with shitty ass rosters, and you're just like, damn, bro, I literally just don't have the manpower to win with this team, right? Unless I get super duper lucky. But when your wins are like left up to chance, it's just like, did you really win at that point? But basically, this game, while these changes look bad right now, and I absolutely do not agree with them. Like, I absolutely want more black crystals for my free-to-play players, because even though I play the game as much as I do, bro, at the end of the day, my play statistics, the money I spend alone, is not going to keep this game running. Unless I fuck around and hit some crazy gold mine, and I get some like, I get Donald Trump money, Elon Musk money, fucking Bill Gates money, right? Unless I get money like one of them motherfuckers, my funds alone are not paying to cover this game and what they need in a month-to-month basis, right? So, like I said, there's 2 metrics: player or playtime, and then like money spent. I know I'm not the only one spending like money in this game. I know I'm not the only one who spends to an amount like that I do. Some YouTubers tried to hop on the Black Clover bandwagon and do that shit when the game first came out, and now where are they? Who fucking knows, dude? But there are some people who still spend, right? And then your free-to-play players are going to be tracking you all the playtime, and it's like, yes, I'm not too mad about. I'm just kind of like spitballing, talking about anything. I'm not really that mad at how intensively you have to grind this game. You know why I'm not that mad? Because I watched Black Clover, and what did Asta have to do before he got to the point he was at? Asta didn't just get handed that fucking anti-magic sword. He did, but like, even if he got handed that anti-magic sword, at the end of the day, this man Asta does 1,000 fucking push-ups a day. Asta, without those 1,000 fucking push-ups, bro, Asta's not swinging that sword around like he always does. Without going and finding this man Fonzel Kruger to train his ass on how to use a sword, Asta's not saucing motherfuckers up with a sword like he is, bro. At the end of the day, Asta got handed that crazy-ass W having anti-magic, but no matter what step in his journey he's at, he always has to train as hard as he possibly fucking can, bro. It gets to points where Asta looks like he can body his whole verse already. And then he's instantly reminded, nah, you're not there yet, bro. And then this man literally has to like admit his weakness and still has to reach a next level, right? And that's how it was at the start of Black Clover. It was just like, man, there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, bro. Do you think Asta said there was nothing to do every day he woke up? Or do you think Asta woke up and said, all right, bro, let me hit these 1,000 push-ups. And after I hit these 1,000 push-ups, let me hit these 1,000 sword slashes at this tree. And after I hit these 1,000 sword slashes at this tree, let me drink my Leaf Magoro juice. All right, back to the push-ups. You see what I'm saying, bro? This game is so grind heavy. Because I'll be real. Like, this game really is, like, grindy as fuck. Like, getting materials to level up your characters in Dokkan isn't shit. You literally do missions and you just be getting random shit dropped. Like, you be getting so many mission rewards in Dokkan sometimes, you don't even know what the fuck you're getting. And then you go to like work on a character and you're just like, oh, I already got it, it's cool. Then you look at like Grand Cross. Yes, it was grindy in that game, but it's like the reason why I would say like, so let's talk about experience potions specifically. Specifically, I think experience potions are a lot grindier in this game than Grand Cross because one, in Grand Cross, let's look at this, bro. And I'm not shitting on anybody's like games right now. Everybody play what you play and enjoy that shit to the fullest, bro. I had a fun time with Grand Cross when I played it. Just not anymore, right? I'm just pulling examples so you guys know. You look here, we can convert weapon fucking like enhancement stones and like hidden potential stones. That's it. That's it. Where's our conversions on fucking experience potions? Where's our conversion on fucking skill upgrade materials? Where's our fucking conversion on, you get the point. You can only, there's so many different types of materials to boost your mages, boost your characters, and there's only 2 different fucking categories of materials that you can like convert over. Obviously they'll update gray in the future and let you do all that shit, but it's just like I believe, honestly, I'm not even gonna say I believe, I know, because bro, I was talking about how during the half anniversary they're gonna bring back some of the seasonal banners, and they are. So let me talk about that point. And I don't like putting Discord on screen because I just don't like to show off people's like fucking Discord names. I mean, everybody has like their own little like screen name, but for people who don't have like their screen name set or like their server profile set up, you know, I'd just be showing you somebody's fucking Discord, and I don't like that. So let's look here. Miscellaneous stuff. Season 1 revival custom rate up banner. So basically a banner with season 1 units, and then there's gonna have another banner that has season 2 units. Half anniversary. These are the rewards of the purchases. Half anniversary, step up package 2, step up package 3. So they're going to be adding in a season 1 and a season 2 like rerun banner during the half anniversary. If that's not true, don't be too upset with me. These are fucking leaks, and honestly, leaks are pretty fucking far out, because the next season that starts up isn't going to be like the half year anniversary, because we're going to be starting month 6. But that wouldn't have been 6 months since the game is out. 6 months since the game is out would be starting the next month and then getting to the 25th of the next month, right? So, or wait, it's not September anymore. But the game started in May? Yes, May 25th. So yeah, literally November on the 25th. That's when we're at the like 6 month mark. That's when half anniversary should be starting. Not, that information is not posted anywhere. That's just based off of like educated guesses with fucking, you know, math, lining up days, time, right? So when we get to season 6, we're going to get 2 more characters, obviously, and the 2 characters, apparently the 2 characters right now are going to be Magna and a Charlotte. A very, very, very weird combo of seasonal characters to throw out. Like, every set of characters had some form of, I mean, not really, because Mimosa, Asta and Yami made sense together. Mimosa, it was just kind of like, okay. It would have made sense if you put Yuno in. That's kind of like, Asta, Yuno, they're obviously the deuteragonists, and then Yami is a mentor to Asta. So it's just like both of them have a pretty much a familial relationship with Asta. Yami's kind of like Asta's dad. He's got like a father figure for him. He's somebody that Asta looks up to, and Asta can count on him whenever he's in trouble, and he doesn't want to disappoint this man, right? Then Yuno is like his brother, right? There's somewhat like a familial bond. Then you get, but then like it's just like Mimosa is, yeah, Mimosa wants to get railed by this man, but like, that's just different. It's not like Mimosa's like Asta's like fucking sister or best bud or something. So that didn't make sense to me. And then we get to the next one, and it's Yuno, Noelle, and Gauche. That was also another weird like kind of like setup of characters. Season 3, what was that? Season 3 was it was Charmy, Asta, Vanessa. That one made sense because they were all black bulls, easy. Season 4 made sense. They were all captains, easy. Season 5 made sense. They're both black bulls. But then you get to like Magna and Charlotte, and it's just like, what's happening here? And I'm not upset. I don't even know if that's actually gonna be the characters that come out. That's just what I see right now. But either way, the seasonal characters are honestly whatever at this point, bro. Like, I'm not saying I don't like seasonal banners. I'm just saying like they don't really seem. It doesn't really seem like there's a rhyme or reason behind the seasonal banners. Maybe they would do like maybe they'll start like theming them and try to make all the characters match like a certain like theme, a certain set. Like obviously the characters have a theme, the beach or Clover Academy, but like maybe the cast of characters will be more related, more intertwined than like that, right? So, dude, I just thought about, you know what I'm talking about? A seasonal banner in the future. I don't know if they're ever going to bring back three made seasonal banners again, but just a seasonal banner in the future where they have like the Zagrata siblings. That'd be pretty cool. I'd summon on that. I'm summoning on everything. Y'all know that, but even still. Game's in a weird state. Black Clover feels like it's in a weird state. Sometimes when I'm playing Black Clover, I'll be real. Sometimes when I'm playing, it feels like even though they had all this time to prepare and they had to push the game back, it just feels like to me sometimes they're literally like improvising, right? It's like, so you notice sometimes the dates of the month. Sometimes the date in the month in which the season resets is a little different. They'll like push stuff back, they'll bring stuff back. It's like sometimes it feels like nothing is like lining up, even though it is lining up, I guess. Like it's still, the game still goes, it's still going on, people still like it, but it's like sometimes it just feels like there's this minute organization to it. So I don't know. I feel like maybe fix that. Like with Grand Cross, I knew patch notes dropped on a certain day in the week, cool. Updates came on a certain day of the week, cool. But it's just like, I know the updates come on Black Clover and like on Thursdays. Haven't we gotten updates in like on different days before? And also the patch notes don't be dropping on like the same days. And like sometimes the patch notes aren't, or not even patch notes. Sometimes the notices that we get on the forum are not patch notes, so that's understandable. But it still feels like they're a little scatterbrained right now. But I definitely don't think they're doing a bad job. They can do a better job. There's definitely some dot their I's, cross their T's. They definitely need to get back on that type of energy. But I don't think the game is going in a bad direction. They just have to make necessary changes right now. Because if you're going to start giving... Because look, so what I see here... Now, they could be adding a new character. They could be holding off on adding a new character. Because they're probably going to be setting up for like half your anniversary. Probably like a Black Asta and a Lagros or whatever the fuck, right? But basically, what is this? Chapter 8. 5 months ago, before Asta became a magic knight, he met a mysterious man. Who is he? That's about Fonzel. The Black Bulls venture to an unknown location to break the curse on Asta's arms. They must enter the Forbidden Forest of Witches. Though men are not allowed. Witch Queen's Forest, obviously. Chapter 10. Asta and Mars stumble upon a... Oh! So Lagros would be coming during Chapter 10. Because they're doing that little thing right now in Chapter 7 where, you know, one taps that fucking no-name ass Diamond Kingdom general who got beat by a fresh Clover Kingdom fucking rookie for some damn reason. Yo, the Diamond Kingdom needs to outsource more, bro. What the fuck are your generals doing losing to a rookie? I understand he's the main character, bro. But, like, wasn't that fucking strong at that part. Yuno's always that strong, I guess. But, like, no, let's be real here. The amount of experience a general should have versus Yuno, and Yuno shitted on that boy. It just don't make no sense. Mid fucking character. His name starts with like a R, I think. But like lightning magic is cool, but like we have luck, so we don't really need you. Also another very big problem. Where the fuck is my SSR luck? I was very upset we got a seasonal ghost, right? And when I said, yo, we got a seasonal ghost, they were like, one of my homies was just like, I think it was Bambino. He was like, yo, Ghost was kind of impactful at that part in the story, right? Because it was during them going to Neen Village in the Forsaken Realm, and they were going to visit the orphanage that Rebecca works at, right? And the kids get kidnapped, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Right? Okay, cool. Ghost was important during that part, but seasonal characters are not based off the current point in the story, which honestly, just random side note, I thought that's how seasonal characters were going to work before the game came out. I thought seasonal characters would be like, kind of like related to the season or, yeah, the season that we're working on right now, and I thought that seasons would last a lot longer, because I thought they were going to go based off of like actual show seasons, but Battle Pass seasons, I don't know how I didn't expect that. I don't know how I didn't like assume that, considering I play a lot of different gacha games. But basically, that's a bullshit reason, because seasonal characters aren't really like linked to like what's happening in the fucking story mode right now in the game, right? Like, bro, we just got a Charmy and a Mimosa, and like we're in an arc right now that highly focuses like Asta trying to get his arms fixed. And, like literally, Asta goes to the fucking Clover Kingdom and tries to body those dudes. And like, Charming is like chilling right now. It's just like the seasonal characters do not. What's happening in the actual game, like story mode right now, is not fucking bad for seasonal characters, right? But even if you want to make the argument that Ghost was important in that arc, Ghost was more prominent in that arc. Was Luck not prominent by episode fucking 13 when him, when him, Noel, and Asta all went to the dungeon and then Luck literally fought Lotus? Like, is that not? And Lotus is somebody. Now that was how low-key I love Yuno. I hated on Yuno for a very long time because he was too cocky for my liking. But like he showed some humility in some parts, and even when Asta is down and out all the time, Yuno's always like, nah, don't count my guy out, right? So I fuck with Yuno, right? The way that Yuno versus the Diamond Kingdom like general fight went, that should have went completely different. It should have went more like Luck versus Lotus, because it's just like, yes, Luck is OP as fuck, and he has this crazy mana sense, and he has phenomenal magic for a peasant, asterisk quotations, peasant, right? But he still was waxed on that man Lotus for a little bit. Lotus got to him eventually, and then Asta and Noel had to come in and help this man, right? Like, you cleared that dude. Cleared that dude. It was just like, that was like, that character was a plot device. You literally created this character alone with the intention of making Yuno look strong. That was it. And like, that character, a waste. I want the king. I don't care if it's not from the Clover Kingdom. I want every kingdom to have crazy ass mages, bro. I want the story to be crazy as fuck. You look at JJK, bro. It don't matter where you're from. You have the potential to be absolutely egregious, absolutely fucked in the head, and they all are. Don't even read JJK, bro. I don't even tell people. I was helping this girl with her phone earlier at work, and literally my mentor walks away, and I'm just talking to the girl. She watches anime and shit. She had a fucking Kaneki fucking background for her screensaver, and I was like, oh, is that Kaneki? And then she was like, yes, I love anime. And then we start talking about anime and all this shit, and we talk about JJK, and she's like, oh, I need to read JJK, and I was like, no, you don't. She was like, watching the anime makes me cry because of all the fuck shit that's happening. I need to read the manga. I was like, get ready to cry some more, dog. Get ready to cry harder than you've been crying already, bro. I ain't crying over the shit. It's just like, you gotta kind of sit there just like, yo, what the fuck is going on right now? But like, yeah, no, get ready to cry hard, because some of your favorites, you're gonna be so fucking upset. She knows some of the spoilers, though. I'm not gonna go over them because I don't know who's gonna be watching this afterwards. I don't know who knows the spoilers, and I ain't trying to shit on nobody's day. But I don't think the game is in a bad place. I think the game is fine. They're making some, like, they make different types of decisions every month, bro. And I'm just like, I saw that and I was like, damn, that sucks. But I'm just like, bro, they probably gonna make some fucking decision that amends that shit next fucking month or something, bro. Maybe not amend it completely, because like, it does suck to lose that many black crystals, but they'll figure it out. They're still learning, bro. It's like, yes, this game is similar to another game. They have a predecessor that they can kind of pull from, but at the same time, this is not that game. And it's not about gacha games. Gacha games right now are kind of like manga, right? Think about Shonen Jump and how you have your own story and you want it to go a certain way, but first you have to. It feels like they give you a cookie cutter list, right? It feels like if you want to get into Shonen Jump, you look up how to get into Shonen Jump. Then you find a cookie cutter list, you print off that fucking list, and then you literally just like start listing off the things you can do with your story, and then you just start checking off the cookie cutter points. You're just like, all right, cool. Then you show it to Shonen Jump, and they're just like, yeah, that's solid. Then they give you a few months. Then you have to wait like till like your first year, or like up to year 3, whatever the fuck. You gotta wait however long you gotta wait, depending on how popular your shit is. And then all of a sudden you start taking liberties that you wanted to take in the first place. Then your shit starts to look different. Alright, cool. Now think about this. In the era of gacha games, I always used to say that gacha games are like the future of gaming. Not to say that gacha games are better than regular video games, but just to say that they already make a lot of games that are like free to play, but then you hop into the game and there's so many microtransactions riddled throughout the game, so many extra things you can buy, customization, this, that, it doesn't fucking matter, right? But also you gotta think about console games where you go into that experience, you already have to spend money up front. And then you go into the game, and then you have to spend more money for microtransactions. DLC, right? DLC used to mean something back then. Back then, you used to buy a video game for full price. That was a full game, cut point period. You play the full game, you not reset it, but like you play the full game, and then you start doing extra playthroughs over and over again, just beating that game to its full extent. Now, you buy a game, you beat that shit in the shortest time possible, you buy some DLC packs, and then after you've gotten done buying your 4th DLC pack, you're just sitting there like, wow, why the fuck did I just pay $60 plus $20 plus $20 plus $20 plus $20 to play a $60 game? It's like the DLC is not DLC anymore. It's not downloadable content anymore. Pretty much what developers do, and I know they're fucking doing this, I know it in my mind. Pretty much what developers are doing at this point is they make a game and they make a full, incredible, AAA, insane title. Then, after they make that title, they look and they say, oh no, there's no way we're just gonna give them all this for $60. Then they're just like, this looks crucial to the story, but let's take this out. So the story's a little ambiguous. Let's take this out. Oh, these customizations, let's take those out. We can make those a little bit too. Oh, this weapon, let's take this out. Oh, this car, let's take this out, right? Then you get the game after they've completely made it and then stripped it of a bunch of the shit, and then you buy the game, you play the game, you're unsatisfied with the game, the DLC drops, and you're just like, fuck it. You buy the DLC. Why do you buy the DLC? Because you've already spent money on the game in the first place. And if you bought it online and you already had it for longer than, I don't know any retailers that let you sell, like, return a game after playing that shit for like 48 hours type of shit. I know Steam has something like that where you can return a game after 24, 48 hours or something, right? But like, I don't know too many like things where you can do that, right, online, unless you haven't played the game or activated the key or anything like that, right? So now it's a matter of, yo, I've already spent $60 on this game, and low-key I feel kind of cheated on this experience. I cannot feel cheated on this experience if I spend this much more money and get the rest of the game, basically. But like, that's a problem. Not a problem with kids of this generation, but like, it really sucks for kids of this generation. Because kids of this generation are just used to like, yo, give me, you know what's funny? When we were all younger, kids used to walk up on their parents and go, can I play games? Can I play on your phone? Can I play a game on your phone? Now, kids have their own fucking phones, bro. I went to my uncle's house for Christmas like 3 years ago, and literally, bro, one of the first things my like younger cousins, she's not like a baby or nothing, but like she's much younger than me. She's definitely not even half my age, right? She walks up on my uncle. No, they're over half my age now, but they weren't at the time. She walks up on my uncle and she's just like, "Can you buy me some V-Bucks?" I'm just like, fuck, or no, what is it? Robux for Roblox. I'm just like, bro, you see, that's just the gaming experience for kids now. Before you used to bug the hell out of your parents until they bought you that fucking game, and then you pop that bitch in the PS2, Xbox, GameCube, whatever you had, bro, and you're locked in on that shit for centuries. That shit becomes your favorite fucking game. You make all these fucking memories. You have a training montage where you become the best in the game, the best around, whatever the fuck. Now, you buy a game, you play it, the story shit, you mod it, you get bored with it, you want the DLC so you can what's the word I'm looking for? So you can justify the fact that you even wasted your time spending the fucking money. So look at fucking what was it? No Man's Sky? Didn't No Man's Sky come out and everybody thought it was gonna be this crazy ass title, and all you could do is fucking fly around space? And now, like, when did this shit come out, bro? No Man's Sky. I hate this damn keyboard. I need to get a new one. No Man's Sky release. No Man's Sky released 2016, August 9th, 2016, bruh. So a little over 7 years ago. 7 years and like 2 months ago, bruh. Why am I just now hearing that fucking No Man's Sky is good? 7 years later. Why am I just now fucking hearing that, bro? Because these companies make games and then take all the shit out of the fucking game after they make it for no fucking reason, and then sell you that shit, and then give you DLC like they're doing you a favor. Nah, you're getting scammed. But It's whatever, bro. It's not like it's a bad thing. That's just how. I mean, it is a bad thing. That's the way the world works. But it's just like you just kind of got to pick up on these things. That's why when a new game drops, unless it is something that I know, I will. Borderlands 3. I'm a big Borderlands fan. Borderlands 3 dropped, and literally Borderlands 3 dropped on September 13th, 2021. Borderlands 3 release date 2019. I'm sorry. Borderlands 3 dropped September 13th, 2019. I am a big Borderlands fan. And Borderlands 2 is fucking peak. I don't care what you say. Borderlands 2, no matter how bored with that shit you are, bro, at some point you will be turning it. If you've beaten it and you've played it, you will be turning that shit on at some later point in your life and running that shit back once a fucking again, bro. I've beaten that game so many damn times. I'm tired of playing that fucking game. And my homie, I just helped him build his computer recently, bro. And he said he's trying to do a full playthrough of all the fucking Borderlands. And you best believe, as soon as he said that, I said, I'm there. I'm there. And I'm tired of the fucking game. But fuck it. It's just a fun time to get down and do stupid shit with your homies, right? So, Borderlands 3 drops on the 13th of September, 2019. My birthday is September the 12th. So, I pre-ordered the shit. I picked that shit up on my birthday and started playing, bro. Day before. So, I'm just like, it doesn't matter. Everybody has their specific, like, games where, like, they're a zealot. They're a fan for it. They will spend the money. They do not care. That's cool. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, be a little careful when you're spending your money on games in general, right? Like, just because you see a new game, if you don't know how the game is gonna be, I say be skeptical. I say be very skeptical. Hold off on just pulling the trigger and buying that shit, man. See, not reviews on it. I feel like reviews aren't accurate, honestly. The big like IGN and shit like that, like those big companies that do reviews, I feel like they're very opinionated. Humanity is opinionated. Every person, like every single person you meet, is opinionated to some extent. So it's just like you can't rip opinions out of the shit, right? But it's just like, for a company like IGN, say the person reviewing the game doesn't like RPGs, they like FPS shooters, and they review a fucking RPG and they give it a bad fucking rating, and you don't know the motherfucker behind the screen right now is somebody who likes to play FPS games and they fucking hate RPGs to the core of their fucking soul, bro, then yeah, they're gonna give that shit a bad fucking rating. I really feel like there's not quality control on that shit, bro. I feel like they just kind of let somebody handle the shit, and then it just gets handled poorly, and they don't really give a fuck because everybody's already getting paid. Why even put in the extra effort for extra quality control? Everybody's already getting fucking paid to do what the fuck they already do, right? That's why you need to experience things for yourself, experience the game for yourself. And that's why gacha games are so great, because you can download it for free. You can hear somebody else's experience. Let's take a few people, and I'm not throwing shots at anybody, but like, let's take a few examples, right? So like, let's look at this man Nog, who talked about Black Clover Mobile. I remember specifically like seeing his frustration in some videos, and like, from my perspective, I didn't understand the frustration, because I was just like, bro, like, you mad this is a grindy ass game? Black Clover is a grindy ass series, bro. Them motherfuckers be grinding hard in that shit. So it's just like, I get it. I don't care. I'm fine with this. Plus, I love the show, right? But it's just like, you can't take somebody whose whole career is playing fucking Grand Cross, a game similar to this one, but not their favorite fucking series, so they're not going to hold it in the same regard as the game that is like similar to this one, but is their favorite fucking series, right? You can't go off of somebody else's opinion. You gotta go in, jump in head first, and see how the game actually is. The grind's not that bad. The grind's literally not that fucking bad. Literally every game ever that is grindy, and to some point, every game ever where you can like build up and grind your characters and build up like fucking mages and shit like that, whatever, gacha games, fucking RPGs, whatever, they're always grindy at the start. You don't have shit. You don't have shit unless you spend a bunch of fucking money. And even when you spend money in gacha games, at that point, it's pretty much dependent on your luck. I could spend, let's look. I can spend all my money right now, not all my money, but I can spend money right now on all these little like bundles right here, right? And I can go summon on Languish's banner, and I can get to the 20 multi-point. But if my luck is bad, I'm only gonna get one copy of Languish from that. So it's not just about spending money, it's about your luck too. Bro, if I buy this shit right here, there's a high chance this could be, or no, this is absolutely useful for me. There's a very high chance this is useful for me. There's a low chance that this is useless for me. But at the end of the day, it's your boy Half Joe. Yo, what's good, bruh? It's y'all boy Half Joe. What you mean? That boy, Kiajo? He changed his name to Kiajo, right? I haven't been on YouTube in so long, bro. He was Ego first. Now he's like Kiajo, right? Let me see. Damn! Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, this good girl, Siri, get away. Get away. Oh, Half Joe. Okay. I was about to say, yeah, man. I'm not talking about that, bro. I ain't even gonna do that to nobody because I know. I mean, I don't know who's in here right now. I don't know how far they are in fucking. I don't know how far they are in JJK, so I'm just not gonna spoil anything. But how are you doing, bro? I'm just over here on the fucking rant. This ticket right here could be like very useful for me. Obviously, I don't have every skill page in the game. I don't have as many skill pages in the game 5-star like I have as many characters in the game 5-star. But like, if I pull Yami, Fauna, or Lotus, this shit becomes null and void, completely fucking useless. Nothing sitting on my 9K stammy, bro. You're insane, bro. Honestly, as long as well, first we need members, first off. If you guys are in here and you're enjoying the stream, go down below and leave a like. Also, if you don't have a guild or your guild fucking sucks and you're looking for a guild of fucking savages, then jump out of your guild and join my guild before the next Guild Wars. We need 4 more members, at least. We need 6 more members, actually, right? But yeah, Libe, you're insane, bro. Sitting on 9K stammy, bro. Like, you gotta understand, you're not just sitting on 9K stamina. You're sitting on 9K stamina and missing out on extra stamina because your stamina is literally just not refilling at all, ever. It's just always at 9K. You are just, dude, that hurts my heart. This man, Libe here, this man, your mom, he's in my guild and he does his work. I will give him that. When I told him I need him to put in work, when he joins my guild, he has been putting in work. He has been logging in every day. He has been donating. We do appreciate you, Libe, your mom. Round of applause. But that 9K stamina really hurts my chest, bro. That hurts. 9K? This man, you and Bulat, bro. Bulat used to sit on a fucking stamina chest, which stamina chest, more understandable. I never sit on a goddamn stamina chest, bro. I never, ever. I'm always using them damn stamina chests. I'm always farming some shit. Since I'm not doing anything right now, I'm actually gonna go ahead and set up my auto battle. But let me at least finish my little dailies and shit. But yeah, man. I'm farming XP potions right now. That's good. Facts. So let's see where I'm at. All my characters are level 100. I got a decent amount of XP potions right now. This amount that I have right now, I think that this is enough to get just one SSR mage from level from level 1 all the way up to level 100. I'm pretty sure this is like just enough. Maybe over just enough, but like I don't think I'm getting the next character after that up to level 60 even with what I would have left over. And honestly, experience potions, I had farmed them so hard at the start because I was trying to level 100. 5,000 is enough. 5,000? 5,000 of which rank? Because to get a character from level 80 to like level 100, I believe you need like 800 of these alone. The gold potions? Yeah, 5,000 gold potions, that's a lot. Yeah, that is actually a lot. Especially considering the fact that if you're farming gold potions, you're also getting UR potions and you're also getting legendary potions, I presume, if you're doing a high enough level. So that 5,000 is going to take a little bit of time. 500 red ones? Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, you're chilling right now. Yeah, no, that's good. That is actually good. Like, at first, when people will come in and ask me, yo, I have this many potions. Is this good? I have this many of this. Is this good? I used to be like, no, that's not shit. Not even because I had so much more than them. I had, like, whenever people ask me, like, yo, is this enough? I'd be sitting there like, I have about the same amount as you, but, like, I was somebody working on every single character in the fucking game. So if you're not working on every single damn mage in the game, and you're just trying to, like, have some for like the next, I say if you want to have enough experience potions to get the like next 10 characters. And yes, 10 fucking characters. Level 100, bro. I'd say you maybe need like, let's see, 800 times 10 is literally 8,000. But you have 5,500 of the reds, because the reds are a lot, low key. When you get enough of them, they're a lot, and the legendary ones are insane. You probably have enough potions to get the next like 5 characters that drop level 100 indefinitely. I'd say Libe. That's I feel like 500 gold, 500 red. How many legendaries do you have? Also, you gotta keep in mind that at some point they will update because Gray's power not even evolves. It's just like Gray uses her powers more throughout the duration of the story, and they realize that Gray's magic is not originally what they thought it was, right? So they, I don't want to explain because I don't know if there's any like anime onlys in here. No, even if there are anime onlys in here, it doesn't matter. Cool. Gray's magic is thought to be transformation magic at first, but then they realized that she had so much extra versatility with her transformation magic versus somebody else who actually has transformation magic. So they figured out that pretty much Gray's magic is more like alchemy, not transformation, but like transmutation magic, right? So whenever we get to the point in the story where Gray is like doing transmutation, hopefully before that, because that's all the way up to like Spade Kingdom type shit. Well, no, not really. She's always transmuting things. I wasted some. Now I have 64 of the legendary ones. I mean, that's not bad, just due to the fact that since you already have 5,000 of the gold potions and you have 5,000 of the gold potions, 500 of the red potions. The next few characters you're working on, you're literally just like eating into those potions. Also, it may seem very like ignorable, but don't ignore this, right? You see, before these gold potions, I had like 53 of the blue potions. I had like 24 of the Magoro leaf juice. Or no, 42 of the Magoro leaf juice, 24 Magoro leaves, right? You can see that I have like all these little small amounts. When you get a new character and you're trying to get them from level 0 to level 60 in that first little stretch, these get taken up, and low key, they be helping a little bit. Like, they're obviously not a big portion of it, but like, that's the difference in between you spending like let's say you spend like 300 SSR potions, right? But since I have all of these right here, I would maybe spend like 200 fucking 80 potions and then have all these to fill in the rest, right? It's not that much, but every little bit adds up to make it that much. I think the next jump of level will be level 150. I believe so as well. I don't think they would do it to where like, okay, now it's level 110. Okay, now it's level 120. Okay, nah. I'm not gonna lie. I liked it how it was in Grand Cross, where all characters started out at level 60, and like throughout the years, the levels of the characters like continually like progressed more and more. I did not, however, like how your account was limited to a certain level, and then like they keep adding more account levels, because grinding your account level, that's egregious. That's non-stop running, bro. But it's like grinding character levels, that's different. It doesn't matter as much, right? It's easier. But it's just like with the level cap being level 100 at the start of Black Clover's like life cycle, I like that simply due to the fact that like it wasn't like okay, level 60, get all these characters level 60, and then like the next thing comes out and then you're backtracking and you're getting all these characters level 70, which honestly, we'll probably have to do that anyway, whenever 150 comes out, whenever 200 comes out, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's a bigger gap, one. So if I almost feel like, since it's a bigger gap in levels that they would be adding, probably, it may come farther and few in between, honestly. Like, since it's not just a 10 level boost on every single character and it's a 50 level boost, right? Maybe they decide to drop that a year into the game. Maybe they decide to drop that a year and a half into the game, right? And then they give us a good amount of time before they go to the next level, because they know how hard it is to grind up 50 levels versus grinding up 10 levels. So I feel like they would keep something like that in mind. But yeah, no, I'm definitely, I try to think about all of the ways that the game could like evolve, right? Or that the character growth could evolve. So, one, for skills. I could imagine maybe they add like you can level up your skill like one more. What is it? It's like when you easy a character in Dokkan, right? And you get their super attack from level 10 to level 15, and then if you get their super attack to level 14, you unlock a new super attack effect, 14 to 15, obviously, right? But imagine with Black Clover, it was like they really need to add some new mechanics, new events that they can keep adding stages so we can get more black crystals. Yes, exactly. I was talking about that like earlier on in the stream. They definitely need to add more events for us to get more black crystals. For some reason, to me, it just feels like, and don't ask me where I get this like sensation from, where I get this premonition from. When it comes to Black Clover Mobile, bro, I just know, right? It feels to me that they thought they had a very good layout for shit in the first month, and then they kind of reeled back and were like, hold on, we're going a little fucking crazy. And now it feels like they're just like testing the waters week to week, trying to see how to move, right? But I feel like by the time the half anniversary comes, so in like 2 months, I feel like by the time the half anniversary comes, they're literally going to have that shit figured out. I feel like they'll have the shit figured out. We'll have a much more solid structure to the game. We'll have more content, because you gotta think, one, they're already working on real-time PvP, so that's already there. They're already working on this. This is coming pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. Within the next 2 months, maybe even like the next month. I think it's coming next month. Don't quote me on that though. But, you know, they're making changes to this right now. I don't like the changes, but fuck it. I don't make the game, so I can't really control that. I can't dictate that. But basically, they're making their changes right now. They're doing what they see fit right now. They're just gauging players right now, is what I feel. Dude, I need to, you know what? One thing I like about Battle Gigas is the rewards on Battle Gigas are really fucking good, and it feels like whenever they don't know, this, you know, what I was just talking about, this is like a prime example. It feels like since sometimes they're just kind of like filling this shit out week to week, it feels like Battle Gigas is something, everybody liked Battle Gigas, not because it was fun to play, but because the rewards are good. And Battle Gigas, since it came out in the first month to right now, us being in the 5th month, Battle Gigas has not fucking changed. They literally just added an extra floor to it. So, Battle Gigas is something that works. It's content that was challenging for some, easier for others. You can beat the shit, you can get really good rewards from it. They throw it in every now and then. I shouldn't be getting high while trying to grind BCM. What? I live like that. What are you saying to me right now, bro? How are you? I'm not high right now. I'm out of fucking kush, but I can honestly buy some. But there's no point. There's no point right now. That requires me to drive too far. I'm not trying to do that right now. I'm trying to be more productive for my day. I gotta clean up after I get off the stream anyway. But basically, Battle Gigas is something that's just like easy for some. It was a challenge for some other people. So I feel like it hit that nice little middle ground, right? And once you figure it out, and once you get that learning curve, bro, you're in there. And the indica has me sleepy. Sativa, bro. You need the sativa, or at least a hybrid that's more sativa dominant, so you can still get a few effects of the indica, but also like not be slumpy dumped in your fucking couch. Give you Yami's gear set for now. You already have a gear set. Yeah, bro, but like, nah, the not having gear portion of, and I already knew that this was coming, but not having like gear for every single mage, which everybody who's playing this right now, there may be some people who have gear for every single mage in their box, right? There can be. I'm just not at that level, just because gear is not. I farm guaranteed. I farm certainties. I am certain that when I farm the talent stage, I will get talent materials, which will definitely help me boost my talents. When I farm gear, that is not certain, because I'm not certain to get the specific gear pieces that I need. Dude, you see this Charmy armor right now, bro? This piece right here, that piece right here, bro, I have to be switching gear for some. Yeah, bro, I had to switch gear, and that honestly, that makes the game not as fun of an experience. Because it's just like, damn, now I gotta search through my characters and look for the gear. And when you have all the characters, you're just scrolling through 67 fucking characters right now, right? But I still love the game, though. I still love to play. It's whatever. Switching gear is not that much, but like, it'll be nice when I'm to a point now where I don't have to think about like boom, 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 right? And I'm working on SSR characters right now. But really, really, guys, I just want to tell y'all right now, I really want to do a showcase for Luck. I really do. I love Luck a lot. He's a great character. And I feel like right now in the story, he's kind of, he's not undermined. how do I want to say this? Luck be having power growth on a level of like Noel sometimes. And Noel's a part of the Light Triad. But Luck don't ever be getting looked at like Noel. You know what I'm saying? So I just be feeling like Luck's underappreciated. But back to what I was saying. Gear is a little treacherous, right? Because this gear piece right here, I farmed that HP dungeon so fucking much. And the HP gear dungeon is the same dungeon that you need to farm, like, the farm crit rate pieces, which I was farming, or crit damage, one of the two, which I was farming for this man, Yami. I farmed that day in, day out, all the way up till, not right now, but, like, maybe up until, like, last month, right? It's constant farming. I never got this piece to drop at LR. I got this piece because we got a box from some fucking event that I can't even remember, and the box let you choose the specific piece you got out of the box. That is the only way I got this piece. That's why I don't fuck around and just farm gear all day. Because if I farm gear, and I leave and go to work, and I come back home, and I look at my gear farm, and I see that I didn't pick up any fucking thing that I needed, I'm gonna be kind of bummed out. I'm gonna be like, damn. And I hate when my characters are in PvP with no equipment because I'm using it for someone else. Yeah, that also sucks. That's why I need to also get gear sets for everybody, because like my team's not bad. Like my defense team's not bad. My attack team is like whatever. Like dude, I should be throwing fucking characters. I essentially use the same comp all the time in PvP. I just switch out like one of the DPSs basically. But yeah. Honestly, I feel like in PvP, you should be able to set up gear. I feel like you should be able to set up your team and your gear like a snapshot. And then whenever you're doing something else in the game, and honestly, Vic Gaming, we're not going to do this right now. I'm not going to say Vic Gaming if you're listening out there. I know y'all motherfuckers are listening, bro. Because that's what y'all do. Y'all listen and y'all don't communicate. If somebody's making videos on Black Clover, you got to be seeing this shit. I have every damn character in the game nearly 5-star. Y'all know I be playing this shit. So I know Vic Gaming is watching, bro. What y'all need to do is make it so that when you set up your team in PvP and bot PvP, that you are setting up a snapshot for that team, so that whenever you're in other events in the game, you have to switch gear around, your defense team is not affected. Because that shit's just stupid as fuck. Why does my bot team have to suffer because they're not wearing the gear right now? I'm not even playing them. I can't even play them. They're just a bot defense team. You literally cannot play as that team. So it's just like, why does my gear have to be taken off as a penalty for that? I don't understand. You're the only BCM creator I watch? Thank you. Thank you. I know there are others. Honestly, bro, I'm gonna be real with you though, Liebe. I'm the only creator I watch. I don't hop on YouTube and type in Black Clover Mobile. I don't do that. I did that earlier today. But that's just because like I feel like sometimes I'm super out of touch. Not with the like community. I'm just super out of touch with what's like floating around, right? And I just every now and then I just like check. But like typically I don't hop on YouTube and type in Black Clover Mobile because I can just tap on my channel, right? I only look at my own shit because like maybe sometimes when I watch like Truth or some shit like that at the end of the night, I'll like go to sleep and then I'll wake up and then like a stream from me is playing. I'm just like, yo, that's fire, that's cool, right? Let me get these motherfuckers geared up and stop losing my train of thought. Who am I looking for? Asta. I'm looking for Asta. But yeah, man, half-year anniversary, they're gonna be bringing back that season 1 banner, and I want y'all to know, bro, Deadman is all in on that shit, bro. Like, I want to have every character 5-star, but I cannot waste materials frivolously. I did that in the first month because I was like, oh, okay, it's like I can be super sweaty in this game, but sometimes that doesn't help me. Because luck can shaft sometimes. Even though I'm sitting here with all these stars, y'all know luck can shaft sometimes, right? They better give us some good amounts of crystals. Always, bro. Always. They always need to find ways that they can give more crystals, is what I say. Give more crystals and make harder content, bro. Make harder content just because... not harder content, just more versatile. Just be more versatile with your content. And obviously, like I said, 5 months in, they're working on it. They already have big plans, bro. You don't hop into a venture like this with a plan for month 1 and then wing it for the rest of the shit. You hop in this shit, you plan out at least the first fucking year, I would imagine. I do want to make a gacha game. I just need to find people who can like do that, or I just need to learn, right? I want to make a gacha game. But for my gacha game, like, when I start that shit, I'm not just making like alright, bro, let's see how month 1 goes and then we'll go from there. No, I already have I write anime, I write manga, whatever. I have a story that I wanted to get animated, and it still can get animated. But I'm like, I want to start this as a game because I'm somebody who only likes to play gacha games whenever they're based off of animes that I like. And I feel like a true test, an open world anime gacha game, bro. Open world anime gacha game that has like turn-based combat. So I say turn-based combat because that is the appeal of not gacha games, but phone games. The appeal of Dokkan is, the reason why I delete Dokkan every week, and then every time I delete it, I'm re-downloading that shit like 4 days later, is because I get so fucking bored when I'm just like at work, or I'm just like sitting around, or like this and that, and I have nothing to do. I get so fucking bored that I'm just like, let me open up this shitty ass game so that I can play it. And if I get something else that comes up, if I get some moves, if I get some plans, if I feel like I want to do something, I can literally, I don't even gotta put the shit down. I press auto, then put the shit down. If I want to continue grinding that shit, I look back, I press auto. Like, it's just so easy to play. Grand Cross is the same way. It's turn-based, right? But like then you get to something like My Hero My Hero Ultra Impact. No. My Hero the Strongest Hero, where it's like super interactive, like fighting, boxing motherfuckers. Like that's whatever, bro. It's like semi-open world, and it's like it's semi-open world, and it's too intensive of a game to have on your phone. If you're gonna have that many controls, do not try to spread them out on my screen. Spread them out on a controller. Put that shit on the console. Put that shit on a PC. But turn-based is what I like personally, just because that gives you the capability. Like, say you're in a mission, right? In a game where you're doing like brawling and shit like that, I guess you could turn the game off, whatever. But if you forget that you were playing that shit and you turn the game off and you turn the game on and you're face to face with the boss, like, say you're at work. Say you're at work and you're supposed to be doing some shit, you work at a desk, whatever the fuck, right? So my job, for example, I sit at the desk, I wait for people to come in, I greet them, I bring them to my desk, talk to them about phones. Say I'm on my phone or my iPad, whatever the fuck, because I bring my iPad to work, I'm wild. Say I'm chilling on my device, whatever it may be, and I'm playing a game, and I'm sorry, dude, I be getting so caught up in these talk times that I just be forgetting to get my team set up. But say, there we go. Say I'm like playing a game and somebody pulls up. In co-op mode, should let other people join the battle. I like the thought of co-op in this game, and we'll get to that. But basically, say I'm playing and I'm at work and I'm locked in, bro. If I'm playing a game that's like super interactive, bro, I'm gonna turn my screen off as soon as that person comes in. I'm gonna help that person. The next few people are gonna come in, blah blah blah. Unexpectedly, you get fucking busy. Now all of a sudden you're trying to get back to your game, but you can't. Fuck it, cool. Then after like 2-3 hours later at work, you're just like, all right, cool. I can finally get back to my game. You forget what the fuck you were even doing, because life is distraction, bro. There's distractions everywhere in your fucking life, and it scatters your brain. The term scatterbrain. Then you open up your phone and you are face to face with the boss. You unpause your shit, the boss runs up and just pummels your ass. Right? That's not gonna happen in a turn-based game, bro. I'm playing. Say, okay, let's role play. I'm at work right now. I'm looking at this shit. First of all, this is auto battle in the first place. Oh fuck, a customer just came in. Slide this bitch to the side. Hey, how you doing? Blah 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 blah. Help them. Help the next one. Help the next one. Help the next one. Cool. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? Fuck. Right? Alright, cool. We come back. Boom. My game is still going. Auto battle. Whatever. And even if it wasn't going because of auto battle, if it was paused, I can unpause it and the boss is not running me down, which that was a bad thing if the boss uses ultimate. But like, after the boss's turn is done, there's a break. There's a pause in this shit where I can look and be like, oh, okay, this just happened. I have time to process. In an interactive game, it's like you have a split second to process because that motherfucker's still running up on you. But right here, I can fully just like digest what the fuck I just saw. I come back in, oh no, everybody got stunned. But after everybody's been stunned, I can do this. Why do I have that time to do that? It's a turn-based game. I'm taking my turn. So, I just like turn-based games better. It's a lot. They're more playable too. They're just, you can fit them in between a lot more stuff. Because you take your turn, and then the enemy takes their turn, and while the enemy's taking their turn, you can like pick up something else and like start doing this shit over here. Oh, back to my turn. Let me put this shit down. Boom. The turn-based games make it easier for you to multitask, basically. So you can fit them in to important. If you like the game enough, you will fit them in between the most important tasks. But yeah, no, that's kind of like the idea that I'm going for. An open world game where you can discover the world as much as you fucking want, give you like little achievements for discovering certain places, be a bunch of like secret Easter eggs you can find in that shit, whatever, right? And like, it's not like okay, there's an experience dungeon that you farm to get experience. No, there's an experience dungeon, blood manipulation power character. What about, are you talking about in general? Are you talking about Chozo? You talking about Chozo right now? I didn't watch that new episode of JJK. I actually asked my homie if he wanted to pull up and watch it after I streamed. So I'm waiting for him to hit me up and see if he's feeling like pulling up over here so we can watch that shit. Or if he's not trying to watch it, then I'll just yo, do y'all want me to auto battle this again so y'all can see my team eat, or like do y'all care if I just skip this 2 times? Cause like I just be skipping this shit 2 times every day. But after I beat it the first time, I just skip it the next 2 times. But if y'all want to see my team auto battle 2 more times, just auto battle this man while I rant about nonsense, then definitely let me know. Feel free. You know what? We will let them auto battle because we're here for entertainment, and I know that it's entertaining not to watch auto battle, but it's kind of crazy, right? That like this is a hard event, and like I'm not even paying it any fucking mind. My team's combat power is like clearing the shit. Honestly, if I had better gear, I mean obviously this is how every part of the fucking game works. If I had better gear, I could beat the highest difficulty. I went against it, and honestly, this team right here does not perform the best in that first stage. And the second team though, a secret achievement that you can get Memorial Stone saying leave it. That'd be fire. I like that. That'd be cool. You know, like if they had achievements in this game where it was just like question marks, I feel like I would find those achievements because I literally do everything in this fucking game. But like achievements like that, yes, I would implement something like that. Okay, hear me out. I have this show that I'm writing, and so when I say it's like JoJo's, I mean that each part is like its own saga, and each part has its own little story. Part 1 and Part 2 kind of don't count because they're like, well, I mean, honest, I guess they do count because Part 1 and Part 2 are technically one part, but like people still know Phantom Blood, and then they know Battle Tendency. They still know those 2 separate parts, right? But like Part 1 and 2 had Part 1 had its own story, Part 2 was a continuation of that story, but like it was still its own little thing, right? Then you get to Part 3, obviously it still follows the same like storyline, but each part just feels so unique to itself, right? Part 1 is like this dude in ancient England, and somebody's plotting a coup against this man to steal his entire family fortune and fuck up his fucking bloodline and all this shit, blah blah blah. Then you get to Part 2, and this motherfucker's just trying to kill vampires. And Dio was a vampire, yes. They were trying to kill vampires in Part 1, but the main goal of Part 1 was defeating Dio, not because he was a vampire, but just because he was an evil piece of shit. Part 2 is literally just Vampire Hunter, right? It's a continuation of Part 1. Then you get to Part 3, and vampires don't even matter anymore. Hamon basically doesn't fucking matter anymore. It stands. And now it's Villain of the Week cartoon. It's not we're trying to kill Dio because he's a vampire. Part 1 is we're trying to kill Dio because he is pure evil and he's making vampires and right. Part 2 is because of what this man did in the last part. I know you'll make a game. Just put my Memorial Stone in a secret place. I got you, bro. I got you, bro. But literally, Part 2 is like, okay, there are vampires everywhere. Let's fuck around and kill all these vampires, because why the fuck are there vampires everywhere? Cool. Part 3 is vampires doesn't fucking matter anymore. This motherfucker is trying to hijack my grandfather's body. He already hijacked, no. My great-grandfather's body? He already, no, because Joseph jumped it. He's trying to hijack Helsing. No. I'm talking about JoJo. Then you get to part 3, and it's just like, this motherfucker's trying to hijack my body to reach the ultimate level of power, or hijack somebody from my bloodline's body to reach the ultimate form of power, or not hijack their body, hijack their blood to inject it into his own body because you stole my ancestor's body and you're trying to unlock the ultimate power. Then you get to part 4, and you're just like, murder mystery? Hello? Then you get to part 5, and it's just like, mafia. You're just like, bro. It's crazy how it can go through all these phases, the story, and you can still like look at it. It's so beautiful that this shit goes through so many different phases. You can look at that shit, you can tell that it's still the same story, bro. That's the beautiful part about JoJo's. A bunch of random shit came together and it worked. Oh, I accidentally did 4-7. I was like, why is my team getting dog right now? 4-7. 4-7. What will do it? If they're both fucking dead. No, just ratties. But then part 5 is like mafia shit. Then part 6 is fucking you're in a fucking prison in Florida. It's just like, bro, where are the connections at? But it works though. It works. And I'm kind of making a story like that's kind of like sagas. Now, my story, the sagas are further apart. Hold on. There we go. I didn't mean to jump to level 7. But in my story, the sagas are like a little further apart. Like literally, it's just different eras in time. The first part is in ancient Greece. The second part is like a wild western. The third part is like samurais in Japan. The fourth part is like no. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Part 1, ancient Greece. Part 2, knights. Part 3, samurais. Part 4, wild western. Part 5, modern times. Part 6, modern times. But part 5 and part 6 are closely intertwined. That's why they're like modern times. Whereas part 1 to 2 is like hundreds of years later, and then part 2 to 3 is like tens of years later. Part 3 to 4 is like also like tens of years, hundreds of years in that range later. Then you get to part 5, which is like tens of years later, I feel like. Then you get to like part 6, and part 6 is like not even 10 years later, but more than like 5 years later, basically. Because part 5 has the main cast of their characters, and then part 6, those characters come back to teach the next generation of kids. And because there's a bigger thing going on here. Then you get to part 7, which is like, part 7 is it's not like super futuristic. It's like kind of like, I don't want to say modern futuristic. Doesn't make sense. Like not flying cars and shit, but like hoverboard type of like era, if that makes sense. People assume we would have flying cars by now, which we definitely do. The government just hides it, and we're not allowed to see it. And honestly, there are prototypes that are out for the public to see, right? But like instead, we have fucking hoverboards right now. They're not even really fucking hoverboards, right? So like that type of time. Then part 8 would actually be like some futuristic shit, like some cyberpunk like era type of shit. But there's still a twist to it. Now, my goal for my anime or for my game here is to start in the ancient Greece part, and that takes however long it takes to get through that story, because the story's already like figured out. You get through the ancient Greece part. What powers would they have? What powers would who have? What powers would who have? Or are you asking how does the power system work in each part? But basically, it would start out in ancient Greece. After in the game, after it gets through like ancient Greece, and there would be like character tags, right? So like in the ancient Greece part, the mortals get their powers from different like Greek gods. So you have like mortal, like the classifications for characters, I guess. You would have like mortals. You would have, what kind of powers would your characters have? So okay, yeah. In the first part, the way that you obtain powers is that a god chooses you and gives you that ability, right? Or gives you reign over their like ability. So what happens in the first part is there's the main character and he has his brother, and the brother is the only child at first because he's the older brother. He's like 3 years older. Then the dad has another kid, and that other kid that he has is like this holy, like prodigal son, whatever the fuck, right? The chosen one. And the dad's like, yo, son, I'm sorry. Like, I know that this kingdom was supposed to be promised to you, but like, nah, this motherfucker, this is my heir right here. He deserves the world. The older brother gets jealous, gets mad, leaves the fucking kingdom. Literally, one of the father's old universe manipulation would be too much plot armor. Literally, the father is not somebody who has like a big army. He is renowned as a king. He's a general, but he's not the general of like masses, because that's just a lot. What's the point of having a bunch of like it's the same shit as One Piece. Luffy doesn't have a crew of like 1,000 fucking soldiers. Luffy has 10 motherfuckers and they are ready to fight. 9? 10 including him? 10 motherfuckers and they are ready to fucking scrap. That is how the crew works, right? So one of his old soldiers comes back and fights this man and murders his ass, but dies in the process. The main character comes home, finds his dad fucking murdered, loses his fucking mind, screams. At the moment he screams, Zeus strikes this man with a lightning bolt from the heavens, and that was when he became the chosen one from Zeus. So the main character has Zeus's abilities, and then the brother has Hades' abilities. And like throughout their journey, they meet other people who have gotten powers from the gods. They make their teams. They pretty much fight for supremacy in the kingdom later on, right? But after that, pretty much the main character and his brother, they kill each other at the same time. They end up in the underworld, in Tartarus, whatever you want to say, right? They end up there. And then their souls are still alive, but they're like not, their mortal form is not alive anymore. So then I want to end it off with a movie where you figure out, and there should be unknown gods that gives the OP power. No. Wait a minute. So then you have, I gotta expend some more stamina first. Then you have, what do I want to farm? Okay, we'll just farm this because I need to get more. I need to get my talents. Pretty much after the brothers like die, they kill each other. You see them in like, I'm not even gonna go into that. That's super detailed. Basically, a movie comes and both of the brothers, they had kids before they died. So like their wives, or no, the evil brother's wife is in the kingdom. She's kind of in prison there because the brothers ended on bad terms. They literally fucking killed each other. Then the good brother's wife, she runs the kingdom. They both have kids though. So it turns out that Zeus and Hades are plotting this big war, and they're going to use Earth as the battleground for the gods. And literally like either the gods in Olympus are going to take over Olympus, Earth, and Tartarus, or the deities in Tartarus are going to take over all three. And instead of that, this man pretty much, the evil brother has had the power of Hades lingering within him so long that even when they died and went to the underworld, he still had somewhat influence over the underworld. He still had power. So like he wasn't completely down and out. And the main character, he doesn't care that his spirit is dead because he understands that your power is like the fortitude of your soul. Your spirit is what gives you your power. So he continues to train in the underworld. They literally just train together type shit. Training arc underworld. They come back and they do like mystic rituals to regain their powers, and when the gods come down to the planet to destroy the Earth, the brothers fight the gods. They defeat Zeus and they defeat Hades, and then once those two are defeated, the rest of the gods are pretty much just kind of like, fuck it, you killed our leaders. And pretty much the good brother ascends up to heaven, and the evil brother descends down into hell, and their kids remain on Earth and pretty much like not rule the Earth, but like they stay on the Earth, right? And since their lineage ascended to godhood, that causes a crazy genetic mutation in the rest of the fucking like family lineage. And now everybody in the parts after part 1, like powers just start to grow from that point. Literally, gods had contacts with humans, then humans ascended to godhood, and that shit tampered with just like the regular human gene pool, essentially. And that's why people have powers in my shit. Then you get to the second part. The second part is about knights, and I've already looked this all up. This all like lines up chronologically. But before I even get to the second part, here's how I would translate this into a gacha game. we have a game where Dead Man shuts the hell up and actually sets up his damn team to farm. Cool. How many runs is it? 50? 22, so 66 runs, I'll take that. So basically, what that would look like in a gacha game is we have the first like season of characters, cast of characters, whatever. But you wouldn't have any idea in the game that there are going to be continuations, whatever the fuck, right? So the game goes through its story, cool, whatever. And there are like character tags in the game, and like there's obviously your premium summon currency. You have your Yule, or not Yule, your gold, whatever the fuck it may be, right? Everything is Greece themed. Then you get to the end of the story, there's some crazy like big event that lasts like longer. Cause you know, events in gacha games, even big ass events, they typically last like a month long, maybe a little over, right? But like this event will last like a little bit. Like it'll be like a whole little fucking campaign, like the movie campaign. And maybe like every week we release like a little bit. We release a little bit of what actually is supposed to happen in the movie towards like this shit, and it's kind of like the last like little hurrah for that part of the story, right? Then you get to the end, and then literally at the end of that whole movie arc, you drop the best fucking characters that have ever come out in the fucking like. This would be like getting all the way through. Imagine JoJo's Bizarre Adventure had like a gacha game, which they did, but it fucking died because they released Giorno and broke the game. Imagine you had a gacha game, and the gacha game took a little bit of time to get over JoJo's Part 1. Like, it was just JoJo's Part 1 for a little while. Then you get to the end of JoJo's Part 1, and Part 1 had like a fucking movie. And then they did that. And then, literally at the end of the movie, in the game, they dropped a character that was like fucking Purgatory Meliodas, or the one Escanor Ultimate, right? They dropped that level of fucking character. Then the game is just kind of quiet for like a week or two, maybe even a month. Just kind of like letting people like polish their shit and everything, because nobody would know what's coming next. That's the benefit of having a game not based off of a series. Nobody would know what the fuck is going on. That would be the best part, right? So you think the game's not, or you know you're gonna have your people, your hecklers, who are just, oh no, the game's gonna end soon. They're not releasing shit. They're not doing this. They're not doing that, right? Then all of a sudden you see a fucking promotion for like the game, and you're just like, yo, what is this shit? Now you see that this game, the way that Dragon Ball Z had its version of the update, you see that this game is about to get a big ass overhaul that is essentially going to change the architecture of the fucking game, right? All right, cool. Experience potions look different. Literally every grindable material in the game evolves. They just look different. There's something newer, more updated, more related to knights instead of related to fucking ancient Greece, right? So now in Greece, it was like, okay, your gold is like drachmas, whatever. Just so we know, drachmas are like the currency in Greece, or in ancient Greece, right? Then you get to like the knighthood part, and then literally it's like, okay, now your gold is called fucking shekels or some shit like that, right? So I want to completely overhaul the game essentially 7 fucking times, right? And now let's hope the gameplay. This ancient Greece game, I want it to be low-key like Skyrim or some shit, where like Skyrim with turn-based combat. Imagine that. Imagine it's turn-based combat, so you still can smooth brain on that shit, you know, take your turns, whatever. Then, whenever you're actually playing the game and you have like little missions and shit, you have to go into the fucking city. Bro, the scenery in Black Clover Mobile is so fucking beautiful, but one thing that really kills it for me, what time is it? It's already fucking basically 8 o'clock, Jesus Christ. So the map will be expanding, yes. Now, hear me out. With Black Clover Mobile, there's so many little like extra parts in the background that are so beautiful, and you want to go interact with them, and you want to go fucking climb up some stairs or something like that, see what's in this, or you pass a door and you're like, oh, I want to open this door and explore that shit. You can. In my shit, you would be able to open those fucking doors, peek your head in there. So, the battle experience and the grinding experience, turn-based. Everything else, basically a fucking RPG. You can search every fucking nook and cranny and look for all these extra secret collectibles and shit. I want to have it be like, climb some mountains. There you go. That's what I'm saying, bro. Awesome. Imagine Genshin if the fighting was turn-based, basically. Right? But also if the story was fucking interesting And that I know that was a big shot at Genshin. I don't know if there's any Genshin players in here, bro. I really don't care if you felt offended by that. I've tried to play Genshin. That shit cannot hold my interest. It just can't. But literally, it would be kind of like that format, right? And I want it to be something where you can find. Obviously, Black Clover has it to where you can find like black crystals, randomly searching for like chests and shit. You can find like gold and things like that, right? But I want you to be able to find stuff like that and even more like useful stuff and shit like that, right? And maybe even you could find like say there's something like a skill. I don't know if I would implement skill pages into my shit though, just because I'm not somebody who would make it. And this, just hear me out. I'm not somebody who would create gacha games to make like a quick bag or anything. Not to say that that's what this company is doing. There are a lot of companies that make a game and like get some people to spend some fucking money, and then afterwards people are like, oh, this game is shit. And they're just like, all right, bro, let's shut the game down. We already got their money, right? I'm not that kind of person. I'm the kind of person that I want to give you this game and I want to give you this crazy ass experience, because when I was younger, bro, video games used to be crazy. And like I said, this younger generation, they're never going to understand. They're never going to understand how beautiful like OG video games were. They're going to understand the DLC formula, that microtransaction formula, right? I'm somebody who wants to give you an experience and make that the most enjoyable experience you fucking had. And like, you know, every time... You don't think about this. Say you make music. You make a song, that song is basically your child. You took the blood, sweat, effort, whatever, to make that shit. Blood, sweat, tears, right? So, the same way you want your child to be accepted, right? And I'm a little bit of an odd case. Well, no, I would want my child to be accepted in the future, because I know that kids' minds are like very different than like a grown-ass man. I don't give a fuck about being accepted by anybody or whatever. But it's just like, you want your child to be accepted. You want your kid to fit in, as long as they're not fitting into some dumb shit, right? But you make a song, that's just your child. You want your song to be received well. You spent the time to make what you wanted to make, but at the end of the day, you don't want it to be for nothing. You want it to be received well. You don't want people to shit on it, right? So like, if I'm making a game, I'm pretty much... Me making a game is like me having a child, and then like, you look at my child, and I'm just like, and then like, everybody's like, oh, your baby's so cute, blah, blah, blah. Same thing, bro. I make this game, I want to hear like, yo, this shit is gas. I cannot put this shit down. Yes, that is what I want to make for people. That's what I want to make. So, a free game that's like free to play, like I can't front. I was trying to figure out how can I be super free to play with my shit, right? And like Black Clover gave me a very good like schematic of that. They're changing some things, but like I feel like it's free to play, somewhat to a fault, I guess, right? Because they need to make more money. But I wouldn't hop into a gacha game kind of like space, gacha game creation space, without the money to like be super free to play, right? People were talking about how the game wasn't making that much money in the first few months because it's so free to play, and I'm just like, bro, they know that. They know how free to play the game is. Yes, they're changing shit now, but like, they knew how free to play the game was, and the game, even though it was super free to play since month one, that shit still is afloat on fly, right? So it's just like, when you make gacha games, when you make anything, you always plan with contingencies in mind, like, right? So when I make a gacha game, I'm not making this shit to be like, all right, bro, like, I want to make this amount of money in the first fucking month. I want to make this the first month, or I want to make this amount of money the first fucking month. And if I don't make this amount of money, the game is a fucking flop and I'm closing it. No, that's fucking dumb. My philosophy is, all right, yo, I'm making this game, and I just want people to have fun with that shit. I know it's gonna take a lot of time to get this shit developed properly, but like, I want to make sure people are having fun with this shit. Please make sure this shit is well, like, bro. That's why I want to do so much, because I'm just like, bro, I want to be like a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. Because before I die, bro, I want my name, things I really care about. Anime, video games, PC enthusiasm, all that kind of shit. Before I die, I need to leave my mark on each one of those three fucking things I just said. I was waiting for that. On each one of those three things that I just fucking said. Because when you experience enough things in that like genre, in that category, it's like video games, right? You get to a point where you're just like, wow, these video games fucking suck. I might as well make one. If this is all they're fucking doing, I might as well make one, bro. That's how I feel about a lot of shit in life. Let me go grab my charger. another thing about me is that like I've never been somebody that's like, okay, people always revere or hold the fucking rich people, wealthy people, and let's not say wealthy. Wealthy and rich are different. People hold rich motherfuckers in very high regard because they have a lot of money, but like money only matters because somebody said it matters. But like if you think about it, money doesn't really fucking matter. The only reason why money matters is because the person who said it matters happens to be the motherfucker in charge, the 1%, whatever the fuck you want to call him, the man. Who gives a fuck, right? I don't care about money. I care about genuine connection. I care about putting your best effort forward and making some shit that's worth being made. I don't want to make something just for money because money's fucking useless. So if you make something just for money, you are wasting your fucking time, right? You gotta make something that's worth fucking looking at, bro. Like this to me is worth looking at right now. You know why? I love Black Clover. And this game is very true to Black Clover, right? So I don't want to be somebody who's like gets right into the fucking money. Dragon Cross used to be fun, you know? For me, it used to be fun, bro. And now like okay. Dragon Cross used to be fun for me. Dokkan used to be fun for me, right? I can't stand Dokkan now. This shit's ass. To be real, I'm gonna just say it. Shit's ass. All you Dragon Ball fans, but what about that new character they dropped? Okay, besides the new fucking character that you're sucking his meat off, what else do they have going for them? That celebration where they drop like 5 fucking missions a week, and you finish them in the first day? Yeah, nothing. The 2D models that they have that you can't change the costumes on. When most games these days have 3D fucking models that are animated beautifully and have extra cosmetics for customization, yeah, who gives a fuck, right? But it's just like, I want to have, and the reason why I paused like that is because I lost track of what the fuck I was saying. Like, I have fun with this, bro, and it's not as big IP as Black Clover. It's not as big IP as like Dragon Ball or some shit. This shit's still great. Weapons, exactly. Wait, what do you mean weapons? Are you asking if there will be weapons in my game? Also, you said we need pity in my game? Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah, I'm not. Yo, here's why I want my game to be good, bro. Because I'm not even making a game for y'all, bro. See, this is a sting, bro. This is a scam here, right? I'm scamming right now. I'm going to make a gacha game. I'm gonna play this shit myself, and I want to like I want to be so closely like in touch with the community, like closer than a company's been with their community ever before, bro. Like I want to have this, I want to fucking CEO this company, whatever, right? Get this game made. This game comes out day one when the fucking game comes out. Oh shit, Deadman's streaming this shit. Who made this game? Deadman made this game? What? Literally. And I'm not even, you know what? I'm not even gonna have a fucking, what is it, a dev account. I wouldn't need a dev account. If you're in a position to make a gacha game and pay motherfuckers to develop the game for you, don't you think you have the fucking money to splurge in the game in any fucking way? Open beta? What do you mean open beta? Bro, I would just drop the shit worldwide, bro. If I made a gacha game, I would just drop that shit worldwide every fucking where with language options in the fucking settings, because that makes fucking sense. Yeah, there would be a beta to it. It'd be open though, yeah, like I got into a closed beta, but that doesn't mean shit to me. Right? I'm somebody who, if I don't like something, even if the thing I don't like benefits me, I will not change my opinion on it. I don't like closed beta. I don't like things that encourage a feeling of exclusivity, because nobody's fucking special. Everybody came out of a fucking hole, and everybody's gonna get put back into a fucking hole. What if there's some glitch spots that need to be fixed? That's why I said there will be open beta. There will be open beta, right? But like, everybody came out of a hole, everybody's gonna get dumped back into a fucking hole unless you get fucking cremated, right? But nobody's fucking special. Fuck closed betas. I'm not making people like, no, bro. It's open beta, bro. If you wanna try this shit out, this shit's here, bro. Hop in here, play this shit, let us know. Cool. what you're playing right now is what we have for the most part. Because I feel like that was a problem with Black Clover and the closed beta version, right? I feel like what had happened was they had a very good idea off rip, and then they took what people said into consideration too hard and kind of took the perfectionist approach and tried to fix every single fucking problem, and it didn't work out because they had to push the game back a little bit, right? The way that I would approach it is, yeah, if VCM was open world, bro, like, if this was open world, this would be the perfect, if this was open world, bro, and it had a bunch of, like, open world activities, you wouldn't catch me playing any fucking thing else, bro. Smite? Fuck out of here. Borderlands? Fuck out of here. You wouldn't catch me playing anything else. I would just be playing this shit, bro. But it takes time. It takes time. Things have to evolve, and I'm not saying they're gonna go from what they are now to open world. I'm not saying that, but still, it will get to a point where you can play this shit all the time, right? Just wait for them to release some content where, oh man, y'all just made me, you just made me think of what I was saying earlier. Different ways they could like advance characters. One, they could boost characters over past level 150. Everybody watching this on YouTube later, that credit for that idea goes to eBay. I can see them doing that. Obviously, I mean, honestly, I thought that too, but like eBay brought it up this stream. I don't want to feel like I'm just taking people's ideas and putting them up on my bulletin board. So yes, level 150 would make a lot of sense for the next like kind of like level progression for characters. They are absolutely going to a system where you fill out the 5 stars and then you can grind some hard ass content and then get more stars over the 5 stars, because 10 is a very nice number, and 10-star characters versus 5-star characters, it just sounds fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, yes, my character's 5-star right now, but imagine the fact that this motherfucker could be 10-star, bro. And they can make the stars fucking black or some shit. So it wouldn't work visually because the gaps where the stars are literally fucking black. They'd have to make it a different color. Maybe like, probably like fucking red. Not because of the Super Awakening in fucking Grand Cross, but I say red because Black Clover emphasizes Austin's Black Clover, and the color that has since the black is red, right? So it could be like red for the Clovers or some shit like that. I don't like the fact that they changed the stars from stars and they changed them to fucking pluses. That is ugly as shit. I honestly wish that the stars were Clovers in the first place. I just don't know how. I just don't know how they didn't do that. I feel like they really missed the mark. I feel like they missed a golden opportunity to capitalize on Clover, right? But it's whatever. You still have to fill out the Clover you still have to fill out the fucking Clover to get the, honestly? And I'm not talking about the actual functionality of it. I'm just talking about the visual of it. I would have liked it if, like, each character had a Clover, and you fill out a leaf on the Clover each time you gotta do it. That would be pretty cool. I think that would be cool, right? But yeah, level 150, or level cap increases to level 150 for characters. I was about to say, you can make some sort of content where you can level a character's skills up to level 6, but when you level it to level 6, it adds an additional effect on each one of the skills, right? I think that'd be super cool. Also, you could change the characters once they get to level 150, or once they get the extra stars, actually. Once they get the extra stars, you could 6+, something like that, bro. 6 or 6+. Once you get, also, I feel, it feels so weird to me that when you max out a skill page, it says level 6. It doesn't say level max. I feel like they're going to let you go up to like fucking 10-star skill pages as well. That is why I'm saving my copies of SSR skill pages too. Because if you have to use SSR skill pages to boost SSR skill pages that are already 5-star, I'm gonna already be there. I was gonna, so I have Yami skill page 5-star, then I have 2 extra Yami skill pages sitting in my inventory locked, like separately. Obviously, I don't need them for other characters. Every character has their own skill page, and I have all the general skill pages. But I was just like, what? I was like, what if I fuse Yami's skill page, the duplicate one, into all the duplicates I get into the second one, right? Because there's a character specific, right? Now, I do not like the effect of Raya's skill page. Because, let me look it up. I'm pretty sure the effects of his skill page is something along the lines of, instead of just copying somebody's buff, you copy their buff and then take it away from them. Yeah, that's only good for fucking PvP, bro. I mean, sometimes you fight. That's not true. Sometimes you fight a boss, and you know, bosses have buffs. Cool, whatever. He can be useful against a boss. Where he is mainly useful is fucking PvP with that stealing buff shit, right? But the problem is that somewhere in his kit, he gets extra buffs, extra effects whenever he is buffed already. Don't you think that Yami's skill page that boosts crit rate by 4.5%, 5-star, 4.5% every time somebody in your team does something for the turn, or takes a turn, or their turn passes? Don't you think that would be a better buff for Raya? I mean, it just sounds so much better, right? Because if you're doing that, if somebody else goes before Raya, and then Raya takes his turn, Raya's automatically 2 buffs instantly, even if Raya went second in the rotation, which he's probably not. Depending on how your shit is composed, Raya probably isn't going second turn, right? But it's just the fact that, you know what, Raya's skill set copies Yami's skill set, and Yami's slow because dark magic is the slowest in the fucking verse. So Raya's actually pretty slow of a character. So you damn near always have like extra fucking buffs, always propping those extra effects. But instead they made it, oh, when you steal a buff, you take it away too. Why couldn't it be something, even if they were gonna go this route, why couldn't it be something like, oh, when you take the enemy buff, you take it away from them, as in they don't have it anymore, and you remove a debuff on yourself. That's not even that fucking OP. That's not that OP. Luck needs some love? Bro, who are you telling, bro? Where the fuck is my SSR love from the dungeon? Where the fuck is my seasonal love? Why? I'm not even gonna say why we have 2 seasonal monsters. I already know why we have 2 seasonal monsters. I already know why we have a seasonal, and an SSR, Ghost! Seasonal Syscon? We get Syscon over Cherry Berserker? Come on, man. We have 2 Charm. Like, I love Charming. Don't get me wrong. I love Charming. 2 seasonal Charmies and no luck? That's how you feel, Vic Gaming? That's how you feel.com? Bro, what is that? Why are y'all hating on my guy Luck? Zora is going to be the most immaculate counter character. I swear to God. Zora's gonna be incredible, bruh. I love Zora. Zora, like, if I gave y'all a list of my top 5 characters in Black Clover right now, in order. Yami, Marileona, Yami, Mario, Nop, Zora, Asta. That's my 5, bro. Those are my top 5. I'm sticking to it. Honorable mention. So like the next 5 just kind of floating around, not in order. Noelle, Luck, Ryuya. Fuck with Ryuya. He's cold, bro. He's mean. I can't stand Sister Lou. I can't stand her. I understand she was a fucking nun, bro, but like, you ain't gonna shit on my Asta like that, bro. Damn, dude. Do I even have like another two that I can fit in this spot? Raya. What am I saying? Raya and Veto, bro. Raya and Veto are demons. Veto's a demon. Raya. Do I say Veto's top 10 for me, bro? I love Veto. He's a great villain. He's a great villain. I put Mars in there before Veto. I fuck with Mars, bro. Mars is clean. Mars is actually cold. Raya's actually cold too, bro. And the thing I like about Raya is she was like, Raya was so unbothered by all the shit happening, but he had to be there. That's how I be. I'm like, yo, I gotta be here, but I don't give a fuck though. That man is just kind of like my character. Oh, get the phone call. Alright. Julius, Luck, Young. That's crazy. I forgot about Julius. Julius obviously isn't one of my top 10 characters because I hate this thing in the top 10. Do I like Mars more than Julius? Yes. Okay. I'm not saying Julius isn't a crazy character. I fuck with Julius, but it's just like but you can have but so much love for the OOOP characters, right? Especially when you see Julius, like, bro, we saw this man Julius shit on Patrick. We saw this man survive death. We saw this man fucking sleep. Like, bro, Julius is super OP. You know what? I think the reason why Julius fell down in the rankings for me is because he has two sides, and I like the other side better. I love villains, bro. It's like, if you really think about it, everybody has the capacity to be, first of all, good and evil. It doesn't even exist. Morality, all that shit, all concepts thought up by me. So before anybody thought any of this shit up, nothing really mattered. Right? It was just gray area everywhere. You were just doing shit. I love villains in anime because in anime, bro, heroes don't really. How do I say this without? How do I say this without saying the wrong thing? Heroes fit a certain template, right? And I'm not even talking about anti-hero. Not even anti-hero. Heroes fit a certain template. They can be different. They can be different. You can have your anti-hero, you can have your hero, you can have vigilantes, whatever the fuck. At the end of the day, heroes are trying to make sure that either they benefit themselves, which would help other people, or they trying to make sure that the world can benefit from their actions. Villains, I love villains because they can be so like starkly different. They can have so many different motivations, and it's like the reason why I like villains is because we all being a good person is easier than being a bad person. Because when you are a bad person, a lot of consequences come with that. When you are a good person, there are consequences if you're too nice and people are walking over you. But if you think about it, if somebody sees the weakness of you and takes it for weakness and they walk all over you, are they not evil and did they not just conquer you, right? So it's just like good people are kind of not basic, right? But it's just like not too hard to figure out, I guess, right? Villains can be an enigma. Villains can be a villain for a very fucking good reason. Bro, look at Geta. Look at Suguru. He fucking JJK. That man was good, turned evil, and his reason made so much fucking sense, right? Then you look at somebody like fucking Frieza, who's just an elite. He's just that way. He's like, fuck y'all. Then, you know, you have somebody like Kira, who aspires to live a quiet life, secluded from everybody, from society, chilling, doing his own thing, like people naturally would want to do. The only caveat to it is, he likes to blow up bitches and take their hands home and suck on them and make them feed them sandwiches, right? It's just like, yo, psychopathy is so much more interesting of a character trait than altruism. Being a psycho, or at least viewing this shit from a overhead perspective, because like we have an overhead perspective watching anime. Isn't it so much more interesting to see how a psycho's mind evolves versus somebody who is like altruistic, right? You can kind of see how people evolve. Okay, cool. This hero helps himself right now. He has selfish means. Okay, he gets to this point in the story and he realizes that his selfish means may not be good for him. He needs a better reason for it, right? Then you get to, okay, now he's strong and he has people that he wants to protect. He's going to protect those people by any means fucking necessary, right? With villains, let's look at Kira. He wants to live a quiet life. But he does the complete opposite shit from that and lives the most heinous life you can. Finding random bitches, killing their boyfriends, killing them without a fucking trace because his power is super specific to it. Now, before I even finish saying what I'm saying, do you realize that when I was saying the hero shit, I was building up a ladder that was pretty easy to figure out where the next step was? Who the fuck goes from wanting to live a quiet life to blowing bitches up and playing with their hands, bro? I just don't understand. Like, when you're evil, you can be evil for any reason. You can be good for any reason. But a lot of the time, you're good for, like, similar reasons. Right? And sometimes, being a hero is just a reactionary thing. This person is doing something and I don't agree with it, or this person is doing something and I feel like it's going to fuck a lot of people over in the long run, so I'm going to stop them. Sometimes you are reactionary. Villains don't need a hero. Some villains are like reactionary based off of what a hero does, but like villains don't need a fucking hero to be around. Villains are just doing what they want to do because they do whatever the fuck they want to do. What did that man that just got dragged by Nanami say in that episode last week of JJK? Oh, what do I want? What does it fucking matter what I want? As long as I can have fun, I don't care about any of this shit. And then start stabbing away at a bitch, bro. So it's just like, villainy is so fucking intricate, bro. Because villainy takes one bad day. It really does just take one bad day, bro. And villainy is cool too because villains understand how heroes work. Because at some point, the villain wasn't like evil like that. And I mean, Frieza is like that was just a different example. His dad was a piece of shit, so his dad raised him a piece of shit. But basically, you have villains that are good at first and then they turn evil because of some shit that happened to him. Suguru, Geto, right? And like, since he was on the other side of the coin first and got fed up with it and switched to the other side of the coin, he knows, he can tell what the other side of the coin is thinking, bro. Think about the scene where he walked away and he said, and he was walking away through that crowd of people, and Gojo put his hands up like he was hollow purple, and he was like, go ahead and do that shit, bro. There'd be a reason for you to do it. The reason why he didn't turn around and he kept walking away is because he knew that motherfucker Gojo wasn't gonna do that shit. He knows what it's like to be in that mindset, bro. Eyes and mind level villain, bro. Actually, like, Kenjaku is definitely like the new generation. I'm not saying he replaces Aizen, but he's like a new gen Aizen. Because his IQ, that fucking brain. And Aizen essentially became a god in Bleach. Literally, the Quincy King looked at him and was just like, I'm not even gonna try to kill you, bro. It would just take too fucking long. And just expend too much resources. I'm just gonna leave. Right? You don't say that to somebody who's not a god when you're like a god yourself. So, Kenjaku is different in the fact that like people are trying to run up on him. It deadass just don't work. People who are in the same power bracket, special grade, still get fucking diddly dogged on, bro. And honestly, they're not in his same bracket. People who are in Suguru's bracket. But what the problem is that this man Kenjaku has been alive for so fucking long that he just has so much knowledge under his belt. So much knowledge under his belt that he's kind of like, it's like you have somebody who can see the future versus somebody who has so much experience they can plan for unforeseeable futures even. That's the difference. That's the difference. I'm low-key like running out of steam for shit to say. Not even. I literally have to get off the phone, or not. I have to get off the stream. After this auto battle's done, I'm gonna get off the stream. I gotta get off the stream so I can like clean the fuck up. Because I have people coming over to my house tomorrow, and I also have to work super fucking early in the morning. I hate being up so fucking early in the morning, man. Gojo should not have tested Sukuna. That's fair. Yeah, that's true. Gojo's a big character flaw. You know, once you get past how cool the Six Eyes look, and how cocky Gojo is, how cool Gojo is, bro, you really gotta look at Gojo. Like, Gojo really? I'm sorry, bro. Gojo wasn't as strong as he seemed at first because He's cocky as fuck. Gojo has the maturity of a fucking child. My boy just adapted. Oh, my boy just adapted and it was it. Bro, that's the problem. So Gojo's really not even like that strong, bro, because you see a lot in shows where like people get really angry and let their anger consume them and they fight very sloppily. Gojo didn't let his anger consume him. Gojo got handed the 6 eyes and the limitless technique when he was younger, and everybody like pretty much sucked his dick off for that, and like he let that shit go to his head from a young age. So that's what killed Gojo. That was Gojo's weakness. Gojo was his own weakness, bro. Because imagine if Asuka is as strong as he is right now in the point in the Black Clover manga, but he still had the mentality of when he first started. Honestly, imagine if Asuka's mentality didn't change somewhat. It didn't really change that much on the battle fight. Sukuna wasn't a fraud. He was just trying to figure out how to hack him. Sukuna, so I called Sukuna a fraud because there were some points in the fight where he did have a worried look on his face, but all Sukuna fraud allegations were instantly redacted when Gojo said, yeah, I can't front on you. Even if he didn't have the extra technique, I wouldn't have been in there. I wouldn't have won that shit. Like, this man didn't even try. This man didn't try. I didn't make this man try, and I would have lost even if he didn't have the extra shit he had. At that point, you can't say Sukuna's a fucking fraud. Because the person that you're saying he's being fraudulent against, and just admitted he's not a fraud. It's like, I always tell people, whenever some shit happens to me, right? Sometimes I'll tell somebody something that happens to me. They're like, oh no, that's so fucked. And then I'll look at them and I'll be like, no way, you're not allowed to be sad about this if I'm not sad about it. This shit happened to me. Same thing. You're not allowed to call Sukuna a fraud if the person that he looked like a fraud against said that he's not a fucking fraud. Forearm, yeah, Gojo would have never had a chance. Yeah, no. If Sukuna, that's insane though. That Sukuna didn't even fully like reincarnate. Still shitted on my guy. He was literally saving that shit for what was next. That meant like, bro, Gojo literally did not get taken seriously, bro. It kind of hurts to say, but like now I'm just kind of like looking back on this shit. I'm just like, okay, what did Gojo really do in the course of like JJK? All right, 1, he kept his man Yuji alive, which spurred a whole bunch of extra events. Because a lot of the shit that's happening, a lot of the motivation behind it is to get our hands on Sukuna. So 1, you've already fucked so much just for letting Yuji live. If this man Gojo would have pulled up and waxed Yuji episode 1, shit would have been cool. Shit would have been fine. Bro got ended in 2 chapters, Jesus. Alright, next. Gojo pulled up on the disaster curses and Kono, what's good, my boy? Another thing, Gojo's just too cocky for me to say that he's like strong at this point, bro. Because let's be real. Think about the fact that when Gojo was fighting Chozo, Hanami, and fucking Jogo, Hanami, Chozo, right? Think about the fact that he was stuck in between Jogo and Hanami, and they almost touched him, and this man practically did a fucking instant transmission. Now, Gojo then took his time to kill Hanami brutally, and then played around with the rest of these motherfuckers. Basically what I'm saying is, Gojo didn't have to get sealed. It's Gojo's fault he got fucking sealed, because he's a cocky little bastard, bro. If Gojo did what he knows he can do, imagine Gojo walked into the bottom B5F, the floor of the train like station that he was in, right? He instant transmission in front of all 3 of the Chozo and the other 2, and they were like, oh, and then he just shot off a fucking power purple in their face down the train tracks where no humans were in the way. But instead, what did he do? He walked up like he was badass, started talking to these motherfuckers, started taunting motherfuckers, and then how many fucking people died for it? An unacceptable amount, bro. Like, low-key, I can see why they put this man Gojo, I can see why they wanted to keep Gojo in the prison realm. Because somebody who is the strongest and walks into a situation like that and could have fully ended the fucking situation before it got as bad as it got, but didn't all all to play around, toy with his like prey. Nah, bro. That's not smooth. That's not good. You are not a good person at that point. You're letting all these fucking people die. Then you fucking, all these fucking normies in here. You put all of them in fucking 2-month comas. Like, weren't you supposed to be helping here? Why are more people dead now that you're here? And why are all the people who survived fucking comatose now? What else did Gojo do? Oh, he killed Toji. But like, honestly, Toji killed himself. If Toji prepared for this shit beforehand, he couldn't prepare for Hollow Purple. That's fair. But if Toji followed his gut and didn't fight that man Gojo, he could have lived. Not really. Gojo would have found his. Gojo would have just been after his ass at that point. Could Toji have gotten away? He probably could have. But Gojo did just figure out reverse curse techniques. But even still, after just figuring it out, he still had to go back and refine that shit after he figured out how to do it. But I just want y'all to really sit on those thoughts and let them shits marinate. I don't think the game is in a bad place. I think the game is perfectly fine right now. They're making some dumb decisions right now, but we'll see how it looks next month. I'm very excited for the half anniversary. I'm also very excited for season 6. This is going to be it for your boy Deadman Vince. I really did miss you guys. Sometimes I just sit around and I feel like I'm wasting away. And then I just remember, why don't I just go fucking stream where I can go talk to the fucking homies and people can just come in and chat, vibe, chill out, bro. So, I really do appreciate you guys popping in and chilling in here for chat. Kolno, if you're still here and you don't have a guild in Black Clover Mobile, you need to join my guild, Void Dynasty. Because all these other guilds aren't doing it like us, bro. But I might be back tomorrow. Do I work a double tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Friday? It's Thursday today. Yes, because I just got paid. So tomorrow is Friday. Oh, I can stream again. And, oh, I definitely don't work tomorrow. Yeah. I'll stream again tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow, guys. Meet me back here. Not around the same time. It'll be a little earlier because I won't have to do anything when I get home. And I'll get off of work earlier, too. But yeah, y'all guys have a good day. Thank you guys for coming out. Leave likes, subscribe, join the Discord, talk to me, join Void Dynasty. Y'all have a good one. Bye, guys. Oh, I didn't. Embarrassing. I didn't press the fucking end stream.